There's Alvarez on the heel. 45,369 fans at Tropicana Field on their feet. First pitch in Devil Rays history, and it's a ball to Brian Hunter. All right. Umpire Rich Garcia sets the ball, double meaning aside, so it can go to the Hall of Fame. Woohoo! All right, scoreless top two. Sacks Jack for Joe Randa. Randa, get at me, dog. Smacks a line drive over Wade Boggs' head into left field for a double. Tigers open the second with 5 straight hits. Clark and Damien easily score. First runs given up by the Rays. Randa went 3 for 6 on the day, 3 RBI. Bottom third, 6-zip Tigers. Dave Martinez making history. Chopper that bounces off first base into right field for a single. Martinez 2 for 3. Not pretty, but the Devil Rays' first hit. Wade Boggs, who's got 2,094 singles in his 2,800 hits. Peace. 2-run homer. First Devil Rays home run, Boggs' 110th career. Jack, he gets his props, but the Devil Rays get a loss. They lose 11-6. Joe Oliver had 3 RBI.
Bottom of first, Devil Rays down 3-0. Fred McGriff conks that through the vacancy. Wade Boggs is coming. Devil Rays cut the lead 3-2 after the first. Albie Lopez on the mound for the Devil Rays. Tigers down 7-5. Damian Easley up the middle. Tony Clark trying to score from second. Quentin McCracken, or McCracken even. Nice hose also. Devil Rays up 8-6. McGriff, bottom of the 8th. Singles on Miguel Cairo. Feed game. McGriff 3 for 4. Devil Rays win this thing 11-8.
John Runyon against Rich Butler. Men are on first and second, and Butler goes to left center. Bipper and Bryan talking about it. They talk too much. The ball falls in. The bases are now loaded. Actually, they weren't done talking. Next batter, new pitcher, Doug Butler. Mike DeFelice to left center. Prime Dog, Dave Martinez. Butler all score. DeFelice a 3-run triple. 4-1 Devil Rays. Bip says to Bryan, you get it. And they win by a final score of 7-1. How about the Devil?
Out runners on the corners, and James Baldwin strikes out Wade Boggs, then gets Fred McGriff. Threat over. Baldwin gave up 1 run in 6 innings. Top 8, 6-1 Sox. Bases loaded, 1 out. Frank Thomas against Ramon Tatis. He's jammed, but he's Frank Thomas. He's real strong. Ground rule double over the wall. 2 runs will score. White Sox go up 8-1. 4 RBI for Thomas, and they win 10-4. Robin Ventura had 4 hits.
6 ribbies in 3 games. And the lights went out at Tropicana Field. The umps and the players waited 17 minutes until God said, let there be light. Frank Thomas takes the knuckleballer out. Oh, maybe did Frank rip that. Or did he? The umpire said, let's talk about this. We have a ruling. Larry Rothschild comes out and protests the game, tied at 1. Thomas went 3 for 4. They claim it hit a catwalk. Bottom 5, Rays up 3-1, Prime Dog. Airs out, Scott Air. McGriff's first of the season. Tampa Bay's up 4-1, top 6. Jim McKean get whacked in the head by the bat of Albert Bell. Oh. That's about all Albert hit tonight. Dennis Springer snags the line drive that would have taken his head off. The Rays win by a final score of 8-2. Thomas goes 3 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. He is batting .412.
His former mates, the White Sox. Alvarez pitches for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. White Sox running themselves out of trouble. Mike Cameron is Swayze'd here in this rundown. So with Frank Thomas up, they take the bat out of his hands in the 3rd. Top of the 4th, Albert Bell takes off. Look at John Flaherty. Gone. Top of the 5th inning, Tampa Bay leads it 3-0. And Alvarez delivers to Chris Snopek. Kevin Stocker, Miguel Cairo, on the way to Cairo to Sorrento. Inning-ending double play. Top of the 7th with the D-Rays up 5-0. Paul Sorrento, hey, up your rate. He played pretty good defense for Seattle the last couple of years. Makes a good play, but the big thing here is Alvarez. Probably heard something pop a little bit in his hip. He left after 6 2/3. Tampa Bay goes on to get their first ever shutout.
Rebel played on last season. Brian Hunter singles up the middle. Quentin McCracken's coming up firing. McGriff cuts it off. The throw to second. 3-1 Tigers. How about Wade Boggs in the 3rd?
Drives this ball over the head of Brian Hunter. You got to hit a ball a long ways to get it over his head. Drove it into the gap for the triple. Carl, Wade Boggs is gonna get to 3,000 this year. 191 away. The man is smelling it. This is a classic Wade Boggs stroke, down and away. He's just on every ball. It looks like he was back in Fenway. And when he starts hitting the breaking ball right that and keeping it inside the foul pole, He is on his way.
He was a home run away from hitting the cycle. He got pinch run for, so he didn't have a chance in the ninth. Bobby Smith batting for Boggs, who earlier ran for him. K. Said Todd Jones, who got the save. Albert Bell, Rick Gorecki inducing the 6-4-3 double play. Cameron scores, but Gorecki gets out of it with any more damage. From there, Rick Gorecki just slipped it into cruise control.
Look at this. Yow! That is a yellow hammer snapdragon breaking ball.
Albert Bell's double to left led off the 7th. It was the first hit Gorecki had given up. Snapdragon. Gorecki gives up 3 hits in 7 innings. That was just some slow cheese, but sometimes slow works. 3 hits in 7.
Devil Rays down 2, bases loaded for Quentin McCracken. He likes that pitch. That's a double off of Eddie Godardo. Robert Smith, Kevin Stocker, and Aaron Ledesma would score. But McCracken would be nailed at third. McCracken with 3 of Tampa Bay's 19 hits in this game. The Devil Rays were up 11-10. Same score in the 9th, bases loaded, Matt Lawton. Lawton slashes one. Off of Roberto Hernandez, Alex Ochoa and Denny Hocking come around to score. Lawton with 4 hits in this game. The Twins, who had leads of 7-1 and 10-6, were up 12-11. Bottom 9, same score, Jerome Walton. Facing Rick Aguilera, hoping the Devil Rays can tie this one up. Walton, opposite way. Is it going to drop? You better believe it. Robert Smith is flying around third, looking to score, and Smith does just that to tie the game. As for Walton, he's cut down at third. But we're tied. Bottom of the 14th now. Robert Smith leading off against Mike Trombley, and Smith, wow, drills it. His first major league home run, just happens to win a game. He finished with 4 hits. You know, 13 players in this game had at least 2 hits. Esteban Yan closed the game with 5 perfect innings.
You make it up here, you never think you'll hit a game-winning home run in 14, 15 inning, but I mean, it's a great feeling. I was so excited. As soon as I got home, I called my girlfriend and my mom. They seen it on ESPN, so I mean, that's great. I mean, those are great feelings right there.
All right, Bob, you keep hitting them, we'll keep showing them. And thank God he hit it last night. Otherwise, last night's game might still be going. But we got a new game. Alex Ochoa to Smith. Oh, not going to call the girlfriend after that. The inning continues, 1-0 Twins. Next batter, Steinbach takes Dennis Springer deep to left, 2-run home run. 3-0 Twins on Perry's first. Brad Radke back home in front of the guys that he used to play with in high school.
I saw him last Wednesday in Minnesota. He was looking forward to this game. There's certain dates he put on the calendar. He had it all working tonight. The fastball, the breaking ball. I mean, just reaching back, letting it go with that jump Palmer, wind up in that number 22 working.
11 Ks, complete game. Bottom 5, 4-2 Twins. Rich Butler, Otis Nixon. Perfect. Top 6, same score. Alex Ochoa is up. Numero uno. 6-2 Twins, the final score. In a game that didn't go 14 innings and didn't have 41 hits like last night. The Twins 8-2. Still, they do manage 20.
Up 4-1 in the 6th. Tony Sanders to Garrett Anderson, and Miguel Cairo, the former Cub, makes his first error as a Devil Ray. 2 come in. Angels would add another and tie the game at 4. In the 9th, the Rays have taken back the lead 6-4, but bases are loaded against Roberto Hernandez. Hollins hits a chopper. Stocker scoops. Cairo's there. Could turn 2, but he drops it. Angels within a run. 2 outs. Hernandez facing Tim Salmon. Salmon, a sharp grounder. Stocker with Cairo waiting says, I think I'll go to first. And he gets the last out. 4 double plays turned by the
season at the Big E, formerly known as the Big A. There's the Chuckster. Watching early, bottom of the 1st, no score, runner on 2nd. Tim Salmon, the 2-run shot, his 6th of the season. 2-0 Angels. And then Finley, well, the Devil Rays, no problem. Dave Martinez, take a look.
There is strike 3.
And then against Mike DeFelice, Finley, a complete game, 8 strikeouts to the bottom of the 7th, 2-0 Angels. Dave Hollins with the single to left, and Jerome Walton, well, has some fun with it. Then makes the throw to try to get Darren Erstad, and catcher Mike DeFelice makes the tag. Rick Reed calls Erstad out. The ball pops out of the glove. Rick Reed changes his call to safe, and, well, didn't really matter. The Angels 5-0 winning with 1 out in the 7th inning. These teams 1-6 against non-AL East teams. Wade Boggs on the DL. Bad calf, not the farm animal, his right leg. Top of 3, 1-0 Devil Rays. Jason Dixon facing Fred McGriff. Watch Jim Edmonds' wrist get caught underneath him. Left the game after the 3rd, sprained right wrist.
Breaking ball and a fly ball.
Meanwhile,
short center. Edmonds coming on. And
2 batters later, Robert Smith singles to center. He's been playing great. Edmonds' wrist still bothering him. From there, Wilson Alvarez in control. Toughest thing in sports, hit a baseball. Easiest thing is to miss it.
Another strikeout.
Devil Rays win. They're 9-6, the best record for an expansion team at the.
Now nobody, and there's no score. And Arrojo gets Matt Walbeck swinging his one down. D. Sarcina. We're coming right back at you. Arrojo's got it. Double play. Phil Nevin in a row. 7 shutouts. Gave up 6 hits. K'd 5. Top 3. No score. Aaron Ledesma's off 3rd. That ball doesn't get there. Ledesma scores. 1-0 Devil Rays. This Watson gets credited with a wild pitch. 4-0. Quentin McCracken on 2nd after a double. That's wild too. And McCracken, there's no shot of stopping him. He goes to 3rd. After Butler flied out, Jerome Walton trying to bring in Q, and he does. Alan Watson, 3 wild pitches, 6 runs, and 4 in a 3rd. Devil Rays win again. The final score in this one is 6-0 to Stalker. Strike, punch. Paul Sereno. Fried eggs. Bottom 7, 1-0 Rangers. Rodriguez is on 1st. The knuckleballers, Dennis Springer and Lee Stevens. That didn't knuckle at all. 6th home run of the season, 3-0 Rangers. Fastball, shot. How about Aaron Seeley and his ability to get this foot over? Woo, sick.
He had this thing, the snapdragon working, as we were saying. To be able to drop it on the outside, but he had great control with that breaking ball all night. And he just kept the hitters off balance. That is just nasty. You try to sit and wait. It's so hard to wait on a ball. It's the most deceiving pitch because you think it's going to get there, and it never gets there.
Out, bases loaded. Mark McLemore with the shot. Rich Butler on National Secretary Day. Can't file it in the corner, can't pick it up. A couple guys score, make it 3 in. 3 score, clear the bases. It's 4-1. Good D from Texas. Quentin McCracken, also known as Quentin McCracken. Down the line, Will Clark nailing it, gets the double play to get Kevin Stocker at home. Still 4-1 Rangers. Clark going deep, 7th inning. Hadn't gone deep all season. That's number 1. The media pressure will be intense for number 2. The Rangers winners 7-2. So like his teammate Aaron Seeley, Rick Helen.
Aikman and Michael Irvin were taking the action in. How about Bobby Smith? Thomas Goodwin over his head.
Another guy that took a bad route. He came in and went over his head. Balls hit straight over center fielder's heads are the toughest to judge.
Jason Johnson gets Lee Stevens swinging one of his 2 Ks on the day. Stevens would later go yard. Top 5, Mike Kelly. And, oh, don't go there. His first homer of the year, he would go on to hit another in the 8th, and the Devil Dogs win 12-5. Kelly goes 3 for 5 with 3 RBI.
Wilson Alvarez looking for his 4th straight win, but he couldn't find the strike zone. Jim Edmonds, who was doubtful for this game, is going to come in to score because Tim Salmon will miss the series with a foot injury. Alvarez continued to miss the strike zone, but not the Angels. He hit Gary DiSarcina and Darren Erstad. He got pulled in the 2nd inning. He thought he should have maybe stayed in a little bit longer, and he spilled some of the Tropicana. He had company in Dan Carlson. The righty went after the Angels lineup as well. Hit Damon Mayshore, blitzed Dave Hollins. 4 Angels hit by pitches in the game, and Phil Nevin says, how do you like it? Hey, what am I going to do? I don't know how to pitch. Angels up 8-2. Cecil fielder up, takes the curveball, and he whacks it off a couple of players. And Cecil, I think he's lost a step. What about Bobby Smith, who's had a miraculous week? Kevin Stocker threw up the ricochet. Looking for his 4th win. Gets Rich Butler, who wasn't looking for the pitch there. Bottom of the 2nd, he faces Paul Sorrento. You got to get over there. Hill breaks for the bag. Darren Erstad finds it. Bottom of the 7th, Bobby Smith has had a huge week for the Devil Rays. But like the rest of his teammates, they could not solve Ken Hill. Tapper, big tall pitcher, gets it. He retired 14 of the next 15 batters. He's 4-1. The Angels win at 7-1. They've won 3 in a row and get over the 500 mark.
1st and 3rd. Kevin Stocker rips this thing. Gary DiSarcina, great play, diving stop, gets the force play at 2nd. The 6th, tied at 1. Cess drives it to right, and they're racing. Cecil fielder going to the front there, into the stretch. Cecil just did get there, wins it quite well, actually. Double. He was 2 for 4. 3 batters later. Damon Mayshore against Dennis Springer, not Jerry. He was on NBC. Mayshore singles to right. Fielder's coming from second. He's pooped, but he scores. It's the winning RBI there, winning run. Angels win it 2-1. Tampa swept for the first time this season. Jack McDowell, a note on him, left after 3 innings with this.
4-3-1 A's. Ricky Henderson, who had a grand slam on Sunday, jab deep to left off Jason Johnson, and then Ricky, oh boy, doing his thing. That capped back-to-back home runs by the A's, gave him a 4-1 lead. Hey, Roy, knocked the cover out of the ball, huh? A.J. Hinch, towering pop fly, hits a light at the top of the dome, sends a shower of broken glass to the turf. Just like the movie The Natural and Robert Redford, except it was nighttime then. They slowed down the film, and it was like, you know, majestic, and they used like cool music like dun, 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 dun. Anyway.
At first and third, and Bartolo Colon against Mike Kelly. The rope to right, and Manny Ramirez. Well, he's got a good arm if he can get the ball, but Quentin McCracken, Dave Martinez coming home. Indians' second error of the night. Rays up 3-0. Bottom of the fourth. Cleveland down 4-3. Second and third, and Omar Vizquel pulls Dennis Springer's offering to right. Pat Borders and David Bell coming home. Indians up 5-4. And Colon, it was strong Colon, holding the lead from there against Jerome Walton. And back to Walton Mountain you go, but not before he lets Ken Kaiser, the umpire, know.
And look, see Ken Kaiser, he is.
And Ken saying, say hi to Mary Ellen and the rest of the Waltons. The
7.56 ERA, and this will help. Devil Rays 1-2-3 in the first. More from Chad facing Kevin Stalker. 3-2 pitch, changeup, get him. He struck out 5 in the game, and he did damage, but he got a lot of help from probably the best defense in the AL.
Especially the left side with Vizquel in prime. And this man can really play some third base. Hasn't hit well, but some kind of play defensively on both ends there. Now, Aaron Ledesma's batting. Shall it pop up? Ledesma, that's what I said, wasn't it? Omar Vizquel makes this play as good as anybody in the fourth inning. Martinez hits one in the gap. And look how far and the ground that Kenny Lofton makes up here. In some kind of play, only speed, it allows you to do that.
He didn't allow a hit until the 6th inning, thanks to all those great plays. Bottom 7, 3-0, Tomei liftoff. OJ and Hargrove. Little reason to smile here. The Tribe now 2 straight. They win at 5-1. First pitch strikes, a huge advantage. OJ, 16 of the first 23 he faced.
When the Indians went to the World Series in '95, was a member of that squad. One-time teammate of Charlie Nagy, who's on the mound. So, for Tampa Bay, bases loaded early on. Boom! A little bit of history. Back. Gone. Sorrento, first grand slam in Tampa Bay history. They led it 6-0. Now, all the way to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's 8-6 Tampa Bay. Bases loaded for Sandy Alomar Jr. against Roberto Hernandez. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Does it have enough juice? Wasn't a bad pitch. Looked like it was a one-handed swing. It hits the yellow line. Home run. Grand slam. The Indians win it 10-8. Their 4th win in their last at bat, and that's just at home.
Dean Palmer's number, by the way, is 16.
He struck out 16 times?
No. Dean Palmer struck out 3 times. Top of the 5th, Devil Rays up 1-0, 2 outs, bases loaded. Kevin Stalker rips the Glendon Rush offering down the left field line. Mike Kelly, Fred McGriff, come on down. Devil Rays win 5-0. Rolando Araujo has now put together back-to-back 3-hit shutouts, the first 2 shutouts in Devil Ray history. In his last 18 innings, Araujo has allowed only 2 runners past first base.
Back in the lineup after recovering from an injured right calf. Lines a shot off Doug Drabek, and Lenny Webster throws Boggs out at first, and Drabek says, I'm fine. Get out of his face. Bottom of the 5th, game tied at 1. John Flaherty with the drive to center. Jeffrey Hammonds is going to make the catch, but he's going to pay for that tomorrow. Oh, rug burn. Top of the 6th, Hammonds at the plate. Comes up swinging, but comes up with a bruised right lower leg, probably from that catch, so he had to be replaced by Brady Anderson just off the DL. Top of the 7th, tied at 2, bases loaded. Pinch hitter Harold Baines with the flare. Rich, the Butler, didn't do it. Okay. Goes all the way. Rafael Palmeiro almost lapped by Joe Carter. Baltimore scores 5 in the 7th, and they go on to win 8-2. Rafael Palmeiro. And Rafael says, finally! 6th home run of the year, breaks him out of an 0-for-15 slump against Springer. He was 4 for 5 on the day or night. Orioles up 1-0. Can't tell indoors. Top of the 6th, Baltimore leading 1-0. 2 men on for Cal Ripken, and Ripken says that must change. 3-run homers, third of the year, 4 ribbies for Cal. Orioles take a 4-0 lead. Then Mike Mussina. Wart gone, McGriff gone. Paul Sorrento looking.
Strike 3.
And Rich Butler guessing. Mussina strikes out the side in the 9th, part of a 10-strikeout night, and his 13th career shutout.
Alvarez serving up meat to B.J. Surhoff. His 4th of the season. Orioles go down by a count of 3-2. Alvarez serves a second helping of meat. American Beef Council, Joe Carter, ties the game at 3 apiece, his 3rd of the year. Alvarez gave up 2 more singles. Cal Ripken is your batter. And he rips it straight off Alvarez, off the thigh. He hustled to make the play at first, but it had to hurt. He had to leave the game. Gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs in 6 innings. 8th inning, score tied at 3. Quentin McCracken, 1st of the year. Media pressure will be intense for his second. Devil Rays win it by a count of 4-3. Esteban Yan, not pictured, got the win in relief with 2 scoreless innings. He's now 3-0. This was Tampa's first home win since April 13th. Though the wins are infrequent, the Devil Rays have the fewest errors of any team in the majors.
Once all year. Part of the reason, this guy. Tomei deep to right center. This one just misses going out. Vizquel comes in to score from second. Tomei a stand-up double. It's his only hit of the game. The Tribe's up 1-0. Bottom 1, Berber to Dave Martinez leading off the inning. And guess what? That's a problem if you're Berber. Martinez's second home run of the year. We're tied at 1. Out of the 4th, and Sorrento's on second after a leadoff double.
Well, you know, the Devil Rays have had so many runs scored in this ballpark, and Arrojo's not pitched that well, so they try to go, hey, let everybody swing away, strike out, and Miguel Cairo bangs out. They're out of the inning. But 5th inning, still tied at 1. Dave Martinez gets on with a walk. This time they said, all right, Arrojo is going so well, let's play little ball. Quentin McCracken bunts him over.
And Wade Boggs comes up.
Yep, just dumps that single in the left field, gives him the go-ahead run.
Giles comes up throwing, but guess what? Martinez safe at the plate. Boggs 11th RBI. Devil Rays are up 2-1. Arrojo, Tomei, that's nasty. He K'd twice, is 2 down. The next batter is Ramirez. Arrojo gets him the ground out to short. Stalker makes the play. Arrojo escapes without real harm being done. The Tribe leads 6 on. The Devil Rays are up 4-2, and that's the final.
Alone. Crime Dog up the middle. David Bell to Omar Vizquel, who drops it. First error in 70 games for Vizquel. One of 3 first-inning Indian errors that led to 4 unearned runs and an impromptu chat with manager Mike Hargrove in between innings. In the top of the 6th, they respond to the Tribe. Sandy Alomar clears the bases with a double. David Justice, Jim Tomei, Brian Giles come on down. We're tied at 4. Which is your score in the bottom of the 12th. Runners on first and second for Dave Martinez. Martinez grounds to third. Travis Fryman to second for 1. Back to first. Safe, but Aaron Ledesma tries to score from second, and he is out. The conventional 5-4-3-2 double play. Bottom of the 14th, Indians up 5-4, and Kevin Stalker hits a 2-run shot to wrap it up off of Mike Jackson. Stalker's 5th homer. Devil Rays win 6-5. Said Stalker was only 19 career homers.
Pardon me, fine sir. Pray tell, why did you throw me out of the game? Top 7, Ernie Young hitting in King's spot and hit way. Are you serious? The ball hits the roof.
Oh, man.
2-run score. The roof robs Young of a home run. It even left fielder Mike Kelly completely fooled. Watch it again. Kelly's like that, it's gone. My bad, no it's not. Royals led 4-zip, bottom 9. Pat Rapp started the game for KC. Tells Fred McGriff, you ain't got to go home, kid, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Rapp, 10 strikeouts. First shutout by a Royals pitcher this season. Dropped from the top of the order to the bottom because of a 139 average his last 8 games. Watch out there, doctor. Y'all don't know nothing about this right here. Grand slam. 2nd home run this year. 2nd career slam by Damon. 4-zip Royals. Bottom 2, same score. Tim Belcher's pitch to Fred McGriff. Lofted down the left field line. Watch Jeff Conine getting his glove freak on. No fear. Watch it again. Conine figures, if my batting average is only 194, might as well freak him with the glove. And how many times has this happened? Great catch. Next inning, Conine freaking him with the bat. First home run of the year for Conine, 99th of his career. Royals beat the Devil Rays 10-2.
Didn't hit the roof.
No, didn't hit the roof. Almost hit the roof.
The Twins, but first, Joe Torre and company observe a moment of silence for Frank Sinatra. To the ball game. First, Kevin Stocker hits it to right. He is off and running. The ball ends up in the corner. Ledesma, once an Oriole farmhand, comes around to score. Triple for Stocker. Devil Rays up 1-0. And the view from the warehouse, not so good. Bottom of the 8th. Birds down 3-1. Nobody out. 2 guys on for Robbie Alomar. Takes the pitch from Jim Messier, called strike 3, so we have 1 out. Wilson Alvarez hoping Messier can hold on to the lead. Harold Baines pitch hitting. Hits it to Fred McGriff. 1 out, but over to first, and Harold Baines actually beat out a throw. 2 outs now. Messier almost out of the jam. Rafael Palmeiro lines it up the middle. Stocker grabs it and steps on second. The Orioles go down 4-1. Alvarez picked up his first win in 5 starts, challenging bird hitters mostly with his fastball. He's given up here in a jam. 4th inning, 2-1 Tampa. 2 on. Cal Ripken, take a seat. Top of the 5th, 4-1 Devil Rays. Bases jam for John Flaherty. And Scott Erickson grabs the ball as it comes at his head. Boy, bad flashback to what happened to Mike Messina the other day, but that's a double play. Bottom of the 7th, 5-1 Tampa. Eric Davis launches one to left off Esteban Yan, who used to be in the Oriole organization. Davis's 8th of the season. Club record 18th straight game with a homer for the Orioles. They're down 5-2. Same score in the 8th. 2 guys on. Rafael Palmeiro gets struck out by Jim Messier. Palmeiro throws his bat in disgust. The Orioles lose it again. Baltimore's lost 4 of 5. They're below 5.
To Camden. What a weekend. You talk about the leather on the saddle. How about the leather by Roberto Alomar robbing Randy Witt?
The only way you can make it is with the glove hand. Haven't seen that good a play since La Miz.
With a 4th, Roberto at the plate. Not quite as successful with the lumber. Jason Johnson gets him on Uncle Charlie. Harold Baines, he smokes. Next batter is Cal Ripken Jr. Orioles waste a chance because they can't catch up with the breaking ball. Devil Rays build a 7-3 lead. Hank Baines robbed by Aaron Ledesma. So the one-time Oriole product gets him out. The Devil Rays go on to win it 7-3. Esteban Yan pitched in this game and gave up a home run to his old teammates, but the Devil Rays insomnia. Could be wide awake to start the road trip at Yankee Stadium. Doug Drabek almost got decapitated like Messina. Quentin McCracken scores to give the Devil Rays a 1-0 lead. McGriff has hit 500 in his career against Drabek, and he had no problem solving them again. High chopper, Roberto Alomar across his body. What a play, but he couldn't quite make the out. Paul Sorrento made it 3-0. There's what Messina looks like without the shades to cover up the broken nose, which he'll have reset this week. Here's the chopper. Nice diving stop by Wade Boggs, who actually stole a base tonight. And in the 7th, Albie Lopez was spectacular out of the bullpen. Look out for shots up the box when you're playing for or against the Orioles. Lopez can laugh about it because the Devil Rays have done something they've never done in a dollar. Against Woody Williams, he strikes out Davey Martinez. It would be that kind of night for Woody Williams. Jose Canseco hammers his 13th home run of the year. This off the knuckler, Dennis Springer. Jays led 2-0. Williams was very effective.
Gary, he's throwing a lot harder this year. He got a lot bigger. And that seems to pick up the break in his breaking ball.
Strike 3 comes
to Mike Kelly, Dave Martinez, and then a good hard fastball away to Mike Kelly. They're pretending they don't see the no-hitter.
It's the top of the 7th. Check out Carlos Delgado. This is a converted catcher. Robbing Wade Boggs, and you got to get over there. And he covers the bag and keeps the no-hitter going. Mel Queen, just in case, getting the bullpen ready. This time, Kevin Stocker finds one Delgado can't get to because he was holding the runner, so the no-hit bid is over. Bottom of the 8th, something really unusual. Craig Grayback got hit by a pitch. Jim Evans said he made no effort to avoid it. Grayback would later strike out. Williams went 8 innings. No hit, not a no-hitter, but he gave up just 1 hit, 1 run. Randall K. Myers came in and struck out Kelly, who struck out 3 times in the
John Flaherty is 0 for 27 with runners in scoring position. Jose Canseco takes Wilson Alvarez deep and gone. His 14th. 1-0 Blue Jays. Let's go to the top of the 3rd. Runner on 3rd. Fred McGriff at the plate. Fred McGriff swinging. Next batter, Paul Sorrento. Swinging. Henkin strands 2 to get out of the inning, 7 strikeouts in all. Top of the 6th, 2 outs, runner on 2nd. Flaherty at the plate. John Flaherty is 0 for 28 with runners in scoring position. Henkin strands another, 8 for the game. Bottom of the 6th, 6-0 Blue Jays. Jose Cruz Jr. 2-run shot. His first extra base hit since opening day. That's a span of 93 at-bats. Blue Jays win 9-1. Alex Gonzalez and Sean Green also homered.
That must change.
This game is easy. Cairo belts the solo homer to left, his second of the year, and ladies and gentlemen, we're knotted at 1. Bottom of the 6th, D-Rays up 2-1. Jason Johnson, Glenn Allen Hill, and Hill hits one to Wade Boggs, but he says, so, great play, and tags A-Rod for the out to end the inning. Bottom 7 now, John Marzano against Albie Lopez. Marzano hits one to center. Quentin McCracken makes the great throw. Here comes Rob Ducey, and he's called out. And he's not happy. In fact, he's a spot cross. Why? Take another look. Ducey slid right under the tag, but to no avail. It was a bad day for Ducey and the Mariners as they go on to lose the final 5-2. Quentin McCracken gets his 20th career multi-hit game. The Rays end a 3-game slide. The Mariners.
Bottom 2nd, up 1-0. Dan Wilson on first, not anymore. David McCarty, his first home run of the season. He was 1 for 3, M's up 3-zip. Top 7, Ken Cloud against Paul Sorrento, swanging. Cloud had 11 strikeouts and no runs in 7 innings pitched. Top 9, and the Mariner pen, oh darn it. Miguel Cairo singling to left. That will score Randy Wynn. Game tied at 3. 3 batters later, Ayala against Wade Boggs. Up the middle it goes. That scores Kevin Stocker and the aforementioned Miguel Cairo. The Mariners bullpen gives up 6 runs in 2 innings, and the Rays win 6-3. 2 runs in the
Johnson against Quentin McCracken. 9 Ks after 6 innings of work. Bottom 6, still 1-0. It's Junior against Dennis Springer, and I think he's sitting on a knuckleball. He's just left the building. Tied with A-Rod for the AL lead, 18th on the year, 2-0 M's. Top 7, 2 outs, Johnson against Miguel Cairo. Top 8, 2 outs, Johnson against Mike Kelly. 13 Ks after 8 innings. Top 9, 3-1 M's, 2-minute board, 2 outs, and Johnson trying to end the game and getting the whiff of Cairo. 15K performance for Johnson. I get so much for those whispers about his fastball being clocked in the upper 80s. He looked sneaky fast on Sunday night. 3-1 the final. Seattle snapping a 5-game skid. Johnson, his first complete game since last August.
Trailing 1-0. Matt Rubel, the emergency starter for Wilson Alvarez, who's got some shoulder problems, will be examined on Tuesday. Mike McFarland had a couple of home runs. That made it 3-0. He did it again, his first multi-homer game in 2 years. A's up 5-1. And may that be enough for Mike Oquist, Peter?
You know, Mike Oquist has battled through some starts with not a lot of luck this year. Today, he finally got through. There, he got the ground ball double play. Look, this A's pitching staff straightens out the depth behind Haynes, Candiotti, Rogers.
Orlando Rojo. Oh, he gets hit too. Pitchers coming inside. Kurt Abbott had to leave the game. Rafael Bornegal would come in. Harold to the 3rd. The A's are up 2-zip. They lead the AL in errors.
Well, the main thing here is we look at this. Watch this bunt right here. Now, this is just an example. Blauer should know better. He doesn't have a play right here. He throws this down the line. But right here, the ball goes in the corner. Leave it alone. Let the umpire come tell you. Nope. Spezio decides to come out and make the throw, and nobody's at third base. They start running all over the base. It gets ugly. When you're having a young team and you're pressing and you're doing different things, you still got to know when, where, and where not to be. Right here, the pitcher tries to pick the guy off. Ball goes into the same exact corner, and don't tell me they're going to see the same thing. He's going to send Wynn home. Looks like he's got the play. A.J. Hinch doesn't have it. Goes back. What you got to do against a team that makes a lot of errors is stay aggressive.
Takes them over easy. That's 20 for A-Rod. It is 4-0 now in favor of the Mariners, who continue to add to the Major League leading home run total. Rodriguez shows a little versatility in his next at-bat, right?
He does. This man can do it all. Shortstop, I like him so much. But look at him just lay the bunt down here. After hitting a ball 390 feet to right center field, he can run, he can throw, he can hit for power, he can bunt. And Jamie Moyer, just another great outing. Throws the ball to spots as well as anybody in the game. Stakes to a 5-0 lead here in trouble. Gets a pop-up there by Mike Kelly. Just freezes Martinez on a slider away and comes back with another good changeup out away from him. Bobby Smith just popped it up to first base, and Siggy makes a nice running catch.
Moyer outstanding. 8 hits and 8 scoreless. Devil Dogs 0 for 9 with men in scoring position on Wednesday by Andy's Heat. He brought some tonight. Johnson getting Scott McLean. Strike 3 call. That was not registered at 0 miles an hour. It just doesn't show 3 digits. That was 100. Quentin McCracken jammed on the inside. Randy, that ball's spinning, and then Mike DeFelice scores. It's tied at 2. Give Randy Johnson 2 errors on the play. That was about all he did wrong. Well, actually, he then said something wrong, but that's another issue. Ding dong, you're going down. Russ Davis, Stan Wilson, David McCurdy outside heat. Great performance for Tony Saunders. 8 days and 7 innings. Top 5 tied at 2. First and third for Junior. Got those white high tops working. We may see those again based on what he did tonight. This scores Amaral, and the Mariners are up by 1. Big unit with a tying run at third.
Just 97 miles an hour.
3 hits and 10 Ks, and he walked only 2 and 8. Junior's on first, and we got some Lou Piniella trickery. Off goes Junior. Here comes A-Rod. Here comes the throw by Stocker, and it's short hops, and it's 1-0 Seattle. Tied at 2, Ray, at the bottom of the first.
Fly ball to left field. Glenn Allen Hill just starts stumbling and stumbling and stumbling. And the ball bounces in there for a double, and look at it. I started laughing when I see this. It's about the 3rd time. He just rolls on over.
Devil Rays win at 5-2. It was good for...
Top of the 3rd inning of a 1-1 game. Joey Albacora has already singled. Off of Rick White, a double to left center field. Cora would score. It's 2-1 Mariners. Top of the 4th, 3-1 Mariners. Rob A.C. Ducey puts a charge into this one. Back, near the outback. It's gone. His 2nd homer of the year, 4-1 Mariners. And you know those famous names that hit homers for the Mariners. Ducey, Cora. They're a murderer's row. Joey Cora with his 2nd homer of the year, 5-1 Mariners. Now these names you might know.
Julio Santana comes in, and Edgar Martinez starting to heat up again, takes him to straight center. That's his 19th. That's a long shot. That's way out. And then Russell Davis, it's his 9th of the year. And now, remember, Lou Piniella's home. He's very happy. He's finally got something to laugh about.
Still top of the 7th, Cora. He needs a triple for the cycle. And with his speed, he's going to get it, except... When did you ever see a player complain about a ground rule double? He might have had a cycle if it had stayed in the park. As for Junior, back, out back, gone. His 19th homer of the year. 6 solo home runs for the Mariners. Now, the reason we show that is that the Mariners bullpen actually... Hey, Paul Spoljaric struck out Wade Boggs with the bases loaded, came up thirds. Mark McLemore and the rest of the crew all pumped up. Paul Sereno fired up as well. I thought we saw Rusty Beer earlier. No, there's Rusty. There's been a Rusty setting. That's about once a week. Bottom 5, no score. Quentin McCracken, John Burkett. Don't go there. 3-run home run, 3rd hit of the game, 4th home run of the season. Devil Rays 3-zip to the 6th, 2-on for the RBI machine, Juan Gonzalez. Already with 71. Now he's got 72. He is thrown out, but it's 3-1 Rays. How about Rolando Arrojo, Peter?
Well, winningest rookie, 7 wins. Now look at this is the pitch. Being able to go up with a pitch for left-handers, he gets up on top, gets the ball underneath for left-handers, and he is deaf on right-handers with those side-on fastballs.
And then Roberto Hernandez, a little splitter. Johnny Oates was impressed by Arrojo. He said, I'm not going to put him in the Hall of Fame. I might, however. Last 16 innings, scoreless here. Prime Dog staring, and he's punched out. Witt allowed 3 runs and 5 1/3. To the 2nd, Jason Johnson.
Well, he has been pitching pretty darn well, but there's no defense for walks. Misses to Will Clark, gives him a free pass. Walks Lee Stevens after a Pudge Rodriguez double, and then he walks Domingo Cedeno. Clark in to score, 1-0.
The next batter, Fernando Tatis. He's not waiting, he's not walking, he's hitting. Single to center, Rodriguez and Stevens, who were walked, come plateward. Walks bury you. 3-0. 2 batters later, Luis Alicea, liftoff. 3-run home run. He hasn't been able to cruise around the bases at all this year. His first, it's 6-0 Texas. Same score, top 3. That is hit so hard, ball almost exploded. Quentin McCracken throws home. Clark, DeFelice. Nice takeout slide, but he's out. And we've seen a ball drop, but not there. Will the Thrill raking. Julio Santana for a solo shot, 7-1 on Clark's 8th home run. He went 3 for 3 in the game, and the final 7-3 in favor of Texas.
Taking David Cohn's start because his mother's dog bit him. No kidding.
Yeah, right.
El Duque, first batter he faced in his career as a major leaguer. Quentin McCracken swinging. A hero's welcome for Wade Boggs in his return to Yankee Stadium. He went 0 for 4 on the night. Bottom of the 2nd, Mike Kelly robs Tino Martinez. Bottom of the fourth, 3-1 Yanks, 2 on for Scott. Brocious rips one over the head of McCracken in center. Chad Curtis come on down. Jorge Posada come on down. Brocious had 2 two-run doubles in the game. Yanks would lead 5-1 after that. El Duque gets Mike DeFelice swinging with the Laredo curve. 5 strikeouts in 5 innings for El Duque. Wasn't all peaches and cream for the Yanks on this night. Derek Jeter checking his swing strings and abdominal muscle. You could see the pain in his face. He'd stay in the at-bat and nearly get a base hit, but Miguel Cairo robs him. More on Jeter in a moment. He'd have to come out of the game. In the dugout, Jose Cardinal translating for Mel Stottlemyre, pitching coach with El Duque, who doesn't speak much English at all. And it worked because he gets Kevin Stocker to end the 7th. And after the game, he goes over to ump Larry McCoy, who gave him the ball.
3, Dennis Springer, Bernie Williams unloads. With the bases loaded, Bernie comes up 4 feet shy of a grand salami. 2 come across, 4-1 Yanks. And that is all Mr. Irabu would need.
What a turnaround from 1997. He's been absolutely brilliant. In the 4th inning, the crime dog, Fred McGriff, who broke out of his home run slump last night, goes chasing the outside fastball. Sorrento can't catch up with the heat, and Robert Smith goes down swinging. Joe Girardi boxed it a tad, but threw him out at first base. He struck out the side.
How about those Yankee fans? And I tell you, Met fans now with Yoshi, and certainly with the newest member of the Mets, Nomo. They can hang up all sorts of Ks as well. Irabu lowers his ERA to 1.45, best in the league. At the Devil Rays. Bottom 1, Cairo's on first.
Well, Dustin Hermanson, fresh off the DL, turns the 1-6-3 double play, and then he showed no ill effects of that problem he had with a muscle in his back. Quentin McCracken looking like crime dog. Can't catch up with a high heat. 2 batters later, Hermanson freezes Bobby Smith with a fastball. Mike Kelly down swinging. Next batter, Mike DeFelice looks at a fastball right down Main Street. 6 Ks in the first 5 innings.
We need some offense. 0-0, Fulmer, Rick White, yard. Over the wall and right, 2-run shot for Brad Fulmer. His 4th. Montreal is up 2-zip. Out of the 7th, they've added the run at 3-zip. They're at 2 down. Vladimir Guerrero, deep 6th. Off Albie Lopez, a 2-run blast. His 11th, that made it 5-0 Expos. They go on and win by a final score of 5-2.
2 and going downtown is Wade Boggs with his 4th home run of the year off Trey Moore. Ties the game at Trey. Expos up 6-5. Esteban Yan on the mound in the 9th. Chris Widger facing the former Oriole and connects his 7th of the year. Expos take a 7-5 lead. Devil Rays try to rally in the bottom of the 9th. Wade Boggs with a 2-strike count facing Uge Urbina. And on the 3-2 pitch, he takes it and doesn't like it. He's in the face of Eric Cooper, and he would get ejected for the wide-eyed words, as Wade Boggs, in his own words, would put it after the game. If that wasn't enough what he's saying there, he said, if everyone's going to get thrown out for bitching, his words, about balls and strikes, you might as well throw out the...
Guerrero. Way back to right center. Dave Martinez going back. It's not right center, it's just right. Dave Martinez, bueno. 2-1 Rays, 5th inning, Quentin McCracken. And a reminder that entertainment coupons cannot be used to purchase Surf and Turf. 3-1 solo shot. Tied at 3, bottom of 11. Mike Kelly's over at first, and this is Kookie. Martinez grounds over to 3rd. Shane Andrews, he'll wing it across, get the out at 1st. Now watch Ryan McGuire coming back to 3rd. The silly play. Gets past the catcher, Chris Widger. Kelly heading home or not. Yeah, he is. Robert Perez gunning him. Didn't get him. He's ruled safe. We'll take another look. Kelly appears to get in there. Might have considered sliding. Devil Rays win 4-3-11. That play could land the Expos on the cover of Dorkmaster magazine. At most,
flirting with some history.
He just pitched masterfully. Fastball, Quentin McCracken. Bottom 2nd. He can hit. That's his 4th hit of the year.
All right, Reed can also play D. Top 5, Crime Dog. We're coming right back at you, snared. He was perfect through 5. Bottom 6, Dennis Springer, Mike Piazza. You just can't do that. He knew it. 2nd is a Met, number 11 on the season. 3-0 Mets. Top 7, 2 down, 3-2 on Wade Boggs, and Reed is still perfect. Not anymore. He got squeezed on what could have been a called 3rd strike instead. Double for Boggs. McRae says hold everything. The no-no is done. To the 8th, Some more Met D. 2 on, Ray Ordonez. Belly flop, straight throw, 2 down. Next batter, Quentin McCracken. Look at Bernie Gilkey. Little grass stain here. Reed, excited. Complete game shutout. Mets win 3-zip, 9 innings, 3 hits, 10 Ks, no earned run. Reed's first shutout since 9. The Devil Dogs have struck out almost 300 more times than they have walked. Prime Dogs staring at the breaking ball. Randy, win, lose. Nomo finished with 5 Ks.
1-0 on defense. Well, we talk about defense. Piazza's going to love playing with Ordonez. Look at this nice hop, but what set it up is he got there early and was able to read the hop and apply the tag. Look at now. You'll see him come in your screen. He's set up. He can take this throw any way he wants. Makes a nice pick and dive back for the tag.
More on Ordonez and the rest of the great shortstops later in this show. Still 4-3 men on the corners. Nomo against Wade's World. He ruined that perfect game no-hitter last night, and here he gets inside the head of Nomo. That's a balk. Win comes home. We're tied at 4. Bottom 8, same score. Loaded for Brian McRae with 1 down. And still hard to understand what Rich Becker was thinking about here. He tags. He's out. Extra innings. 5 and 10. They're loaded. 2 down. This is the situation the Mets want. Piazza's up. Then he tries to pull the outside pitch, and that is not going to get it done. To the 11th. 2 on, 1 down. Win. He was a loser earlier. To shorts. Ordonez, watch this. Flip the Lopez. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it. Everybody is safe. Those will cost you. Next batter, Quentin McCracken to right, Butch Husky. Barely makes the play, but he can't. Gets Mike DeFelice, who tags up. It's 5-4. Mets got a last chance. Becker's on first. Husky. Oh, he barely out of the box. Boggs guns him down. Tampa Bay hangs on and wins by a final score of 5-4. Boggs went 2 for 5 in the game.
Against the Devil Rays, and Al Leiter all about getting out of jams. Top of the first, runners on first and second. Quentin McCracken goes down. Paul Sorrento. Pitch fired, man down, then life's a pitch, you die for Bobby Smith. Leiter gets out unscathed. Bottom of the first, after Rick White loaded the bases by walking people, he walks Butch Husky. Walks in a run, 1-0 Mets. Next batter, White walks Rich Becker. Mike Piazza walks in. 5 walks by White gives the Mets a 2-0 lead. Top of the fourth, Leiter in more trouble, but he's out of it again. And the Mets win 3-2. Rick White, on the other hand, has not won a game since '95 with Pittsburgh, while Leiter.
At 2, Dave Martinez up with runners on the corners, nobody out. Lou Merloni coming home. Jason Varitek nails the crime dog at the plate. We're still tied, 1 out. Next batter, Mike DeFelice. Grounds to Mo Vaughn, who starts the nifty 3-6-1 double play, inning over. Still tied at 2. In the bottom of the 10th, that's your score. 2 men on, nobody out. Matt Rubel to Reggie Jefferson. Snagged by Aaron Ledesma, but Nomar Garcia-Parra gets back, and watch, this is fundamental baseball. Follow the play and get back. So Nomar still on second for O'Leary to knock him in as the game winner. Troy goes down the right field line. In comes Nomar, and the Red Sox win 3-2 in 10 innings. O'Leary's hit not only won the game, but also gave him his 6th consecutive 2-hit game. Boston's won 4 in a row and now have 10 last at-bat wins on the season. Wade Boggs went 3 for 5 to
1-0 Tampa Bay. Quentin McCracken, who is not known as a home run hitter, comes back up in the next inning. 2-0 Tampa. Now a home run hitter. 2 in the game. 5-0 Devil Dogs. Bottom 7, McCracken facing Williams again.
Another 2-2 pitch on the way.
Oh, a little Sammy Sosa action. He went yard 3 times, but McCracken cannot. And Tampa Bay does win 8-7. McCracken 2 for 5 with 4 ribbies. By the way, McCracken came in. He's got 7 home runs in 67 games this season.
Up 1-0. Felipe Crespo.
Lifted into left center field.
It's lifted into left center field. Tony Fernandez, Darren Fletcher stand and score 3-0. Pat Henkin going strong. Kevin Stalker laying down the bunt. Henkin, that's fancy. And he is much pleased. 7 1/3 innings. 1 run given up. 7th. Randy Myers, Jays up 3-2. Bobby Smith finds a place. Alex Gonzalez couldn't get there. After a fielder's choice by Kevin Stalker, scored Randy Wynn. That tied the game. Then Miguel Cairo wins the game. And Randy Myers can't hang on. They bring him in, which was actually the 9th, is what that inning actually was, because you see 2 out. Rolando Arrojo against Alex Gonzalez. Goes to right. Darren Fletcher's coming home. Dave Martinez on the hop, guns him. Fletcher would have been safe in company softball base path length. 6th inning, game tied at 1. Devil Rays, runner on second. Mike DeFelice to right. It's a double off Juan Guzman. Robert Smith, he'll score. Devil Rays lead it 2-1. Rolando Arrojo made that lead stand. Vámonos. Viva la Cubano defectors. Arrojo had a key fan support. The former
home run power. He lines that down to left field. Robert Smith against Ron Mayhay. 2 aboard in the 8th. The Red Sox 5-3 lead is gone. Longtime Red Sox Wade Boggs comes home, and the throw is wide to the plate, and coming in, standing up is Fred McGriff. 5-5. Go to extra innings in the 10th. Troy O'Leary against Jim Messier. 2 men aboard. O'Leary drills the pitch to deep center. Pinch runner Steve Avery, who pinch runs often for this team, comes around, and Jimmy Leyritz comes in as well. The Sox build a 7-5 lead and go on to win it by that count. John Wasden picks up the win in relief. Esteban Yan came on and picks up his first loss as a Devil Ray. Tom Gordon gets his 21st save. Big night for Mo Vaughn. 2 for 4, knocked in a couple of runs. He's batting .326. Leyritz had 3 hits. And the Rays. Not tonight. Wade Boggs facing the red-hot Steve Avery, who has turned it completely around suddenly. Boggs not happy about the call. Fred McGriff looking for something else as well. Avery goes into the 6th, just 1 earned run and 3 strikeouts. In their half of the 6th, Nomar Garcia-Parra tees off Tony Saunders. Tough luck, Tony Saunders, whose run support has been at .316 all year. Didn't pitch that badly again tonight, but he gave up this shot to Troy O'Leary that bounces in, and they're anxious for souvenirs. First year they've had a team there, and instead of a ball, the fan gets a chair and a facial. He was all right, but the Rays were not. Red Sox, Florida, the Devil Rays hosting Boston. Jim Corsi on him relief. Brett Saberhagen didn't have it tonight, and Corsi couldn't hold the Devil Rays either. They were up a run when John Flaherty knocked in Wade Boggs and Fred McGriff. Rays win it 8-5. Boggs extends his hit streak in this game as well. Julio Santana picks up the win. Roberto Hernandez his 15th save. Mo Vaughn hits his 21st in a losing cause. On the road, first time in Tampa, taking on Quentin McCracken and overmatching him. Then Wade Boggs says goodbye to his 13-game hit streak. Taking to the 3rd, Red Sox build a 2-0 lead for him, and then Jason Johnson gives up the gopher ball to Nomar Garcia-Parra. His 10th of the year. Red Sox take a 3-0 lead. Some interesting confrontation between Martinez and McGriff.
Yeah, I mean, Pedro had established the fastball. You saw that against Quentin McCracken. Here's changeup, strike 1 to McGriff, diving down and away. Same pitch, a little bit lower, and strike 3 on the changeup again. He was just terrific establishing the fastball and using the change.
Boy, did he pull the string on Sorrento there. McGriff had hit 2 homers off of Martinez in their National League days together, but Martinez had his number, gave up.
First game between the two in the Sunshine State. Mark Kotze with the RBI single in the top of the 1st. There's a piece of Florida baseball history. The first RBI in a Marlins Devil Rays game. Ooh, 5 for 6, by the way, for Kotze. Game goes extra innings, tied at 2. Todd Zeile, who was 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts coming in, hits the pop-up. Fred McGriff makes the catch, but his back was to home plate, and Edgar Renteria tags and scores. 3-2 Marlins. Bottom of the 12th, bases loaded, 1 out. Dave Martinez bounces it to first. Derek Lee comes home to get Boggs at the plate, 2 down. Next hitter, John Flaherty. And Alfonseca gets Flaherty to ground out, and the Marlins hold off the Devil Rays, who loaded the bases in the 12th.
Walk. Todd Dunwoody, also a walk. Edgar Renteria. Low. Springer loads the bases with 2 out. The next batter, Mark Kotze. Rips that to center. 2 runs coming to score. Marlins cut it to a 4-3 game. Kotze 8 hits in his last 9 at bats. And now Paul Sorrento on the boat sleep 6, his 10th of the year. 4 RBI in the game. Devil Rays 6-3 lead and win it by a count of 6-4. Abby Lopez, not picture, went 2 2/3 innings.
2, Greg Son through. Todd Zeile on, he's in. And the Fish go up 1-0. Ray in the 5th, it's 3-0, but the Devil Rays threaten.
Yeah, Levon Hernandez, great stuff tonight. 3-0 Marlins, Devil Rays, bases loaded, punches out. Quentin McCracken there, had 9 strikeouts on the night, Levon.
Bottom 6, 4-zip. Greg Zahn is back. Way back. Greg Zahn. Oh, he nearly did it in the World Series last year. The sac fly was enough. Here's a home run, his 3rd of the year.
Marlins hosting Tampa. It's Rico Bronya getting things going. Bronya's been a little banged up this week, but he takes it out on the Devil Rays against Jason Johnson. Over the head of will knock in Greg Jeffries over the Paul Sorrento leap. Brony ends up with a triple. It's 4-0 by the 6th. Leadoff man aboard for Miguel Cairo against Tyler Green. Cairo lines one to left center. Quentin McCracken will try to score from first. Here comes the relay from Glanville. The throw home. He's beat. Tampa's best scoring chance foiled. 4-0, and it's more Bronya. Going the other way against Esteban Yan. Glanville's going to score on this one, as well as Kevin Sefcik. Bronya would end up at third again, this time with the help of an error. Bronya goes 3 for 5 in the day. 2 doubles, a triple, knocks in 3.
Phillies at the vet. Looky, Darren Dalton having a big old time riding around in the antique car. Dutch honored before the game. Bottom 4, 1-zip fills. Bobby Abreu facing Rolando Araujo. Abreu goes out there, but Dave Martinez is lurking and steals one from him. Top 6, 1-zip fills. Wade Boggs facing Kurt Schilling. Boggs strikes out the K corner. Busy 8 Ks for Schilling on the night. But then trouble. Fred McGriff doubles down the line with 2 aboard. That scores Miguel Cairo. We're all tied up at 1. Bases bloated with D-rays. Paul Sorrento up as a pinch hitter, which would make this a pinch hit home run. That's a granny. 12th homer of the year for Sorrento, his 9th career grand slam. Schilling has given up now 25 hits in his last 2 starts. 5-1 D-rays the final. Schilling does have 175 Ks on the year. That
4-4, Fred Crime Dog McGriff. Homered earlier, singles off Wayne Gomes. Randy Wynn scores. Devil Rays win 5-4. They win the rubber, and the Phillies have played so well.
Into problems, top of the first, when he ran into Andres Galarraga. Man aboard, gone. 2-run bomb, 26th on the year, first since June 10th, been bothered by the bad back. Bottom of the first, same score, Fred McGriff. Galarraga took his place in that Atlanta lineup and at first base. Caught looking by Denny Nagel. 2-1 Braves, top of the 4th. Galarraga again. Eat your heart out, Mark McGwire. Where did it go? On the catwalk.
Where did it wind up?
On center field. Dropped back onto the field. Nobody knew where it went. Up there. The flying Walendas. 3-1 Braves. 7-2 Braves now. Rick White plunks Galarraga on the left hand. Bobby Cox is not pleased. Galarraga would leave the game after that half inning. Braves go on to win it 7-2. Galarraga now has 5 two-homer games this year. Denny Nagel went 6 innings to pick.
Andres Galarraga DHing because he was hit Tuesday. Would you believe he was hit Wednesday too? But the base is loaded. Walt Weiss comes home to score. Tampa Bay leads 3-2. Rough 24 hours for the big cat. Tuesdays, hit by pitch on the left. Wednesdays, on the right. He's been hit 11 times on the season. That's 4th in the majors. The big cat, however, stayed in Wednesday night's game, and unlike Tuesday night's game. Javi Lopez followed with a 2-run single, made it 4-3 Braves, but the Braves are down 5-4 with 2 outs in the 9th. Chipper Jones provides the heroics. A 2-run shot off of Roberto Hernandez. 20th of the year, 2nd of the game. Braves win 6-5, the largest interleague.
12th win of the season. Get that tongue in your mouth. Bottom of the first, no score. Maddox, paint by numbers. Miguel Cairo. Bottom of the second, Mike DeFelice. Bottom of the third, Maddox, Kevin Stocker. Through 5, 7 Ks, 4 hits, no runs. Top 6, the All-Star Rolando Araujo against Keith Lockhart, who has just left the building. First of 2 on the game. Braves up 1-0. They were up 2-0 top of the 8th when Chipper comes to the plate. Gone. Third homer in less than 24 hours. Hit 2 last night, including the game winner. Braves 3-0. All that's left. Would Maddox go the distance? Would he get the shutout? Yes. Yes. Mike DeFelice, the comebacker. Maddox, 12-game winner. He makes it look so easy. At 12-2, the winningest pitcher in the majors.
Indy win. Had a pretty good game. Chopper up the middle. Alex Gonzalez, the nice pickup, but now has to pick himself up. Gonzalez looked to be injured, but he stayed in the game. He's tough. He's a baseball player. Bottom of the 10th, score tied at 2. Esteban Yan facing Ed Sprague. Hits him. Puts the winning run aboard. Enter 37-year-old Juan Samuel as a pinch runner. How many 37-year-old pinch runners do you know that can steal bases and easily? Now 2 out. Shannon Stewart up with Samuel on third after another stolen base. Base hit to center. Sammy scores. Stewart finishes the game 4 for 6. The Blue Jays win in 10. Skid, Springer against Fernandez. Tony Fernandez getting his hit on. Base hit number 1,320 as a Blue Jay. Tony Fernandez now #1 on the all-time Blue Jay hit list. Next batter, Carlos Delgado. Delgado doing work. Hits it down the right field line. This one will go all the way to the wall. Tony Fernandez on his giddy-up. He'll come in. The bad throw allows Delgado to go to third with the RBI double. Delgado 3 for 4 in the day. Jays up 1-zip. More Delgado, 3-zip Jays. Bottom 6 runners at the corners, 1 out. Carlos Delgado, W-E-F-U-N-K. We funk. Crushes the Matt Rubel pitch. 3-run shot, his 16th. Delgado later added his 17th for his 7th career multi-homer game.
Day before the All-Star break, Roger Clemens against Tampa, going for career strikeout number 3,000. Quentin McCracken, #1. Wade Boggs, #2. Mike DeFelice, #3. Miguel Cairo, out. So he's got 4 strikeouts at this point. Clemens going for number 3,000. Randy Wynn, ring him up, sit him down. Clemens becomes the 11th pitcher to record 3,000 or more career strikeouts, placing him behind Bob Gibson on the all-time list. Tony Saunders, meanwhile, against Alex Gonzalez. Saunders gave up only 1 run on 6 hits in 7 innings. Now in the 8th, Dave, tied at 1.
Yeah, bottom of the 8th. Tony Fernandez just yesterday set the all-time Jays club record for base hits in a career. Base hit to right, his 3rd hit of the game. Shannon Stewart coming around to score, and the Jays will take a 2-1 lead.
Top 9, that's the score for Randy Myers. DeFelice, the batter, gets jammed. Gonzalez makes the unassisted double play. 23rd save on the year for Myers, passing Raleigh Fingers and moving into 5th on the all-time saves list with 342 as Toronto wins it 2-1. A no decision for Clemens, who gave up 1 run and 5 hits in 7 1/3. His first career strikeout, Mike Hargrove, all the way back in 1984. Clemens now has 3,002 career strikeouts after striking out 7.
It's exciting when you look at the guys that I have a chance to pass, and it's pretty neat. I mean, I never expected it, and just feel very blessed and fortunate that it's worked out this long, and I could be a power pitcher.
It's Brian Reeker to right. It's deep to right. It's a home run. His 4th. 2-0 the Yanks. Same score in the 4th. Andy Pettit's going strong. Fred McGriff. He missed. Pettit going to Mike Kelly. Up high and going after that. 8th inning, still 2-0, 2 out. Man on for Randy Wynn. Took a while to develop. Pettit gets the grounder, but Scott Brocious has trouble with it. Both runners safe. Pettit walks the next batter. The bases are jammed. Joe Torre out. Joe Torre back. Bobby Smith goes to 2nd. Chuck Knobloch. Kind of high. Tino, great play. Making the out. We're going to watch again because we have editing equipment. Up high in the throw. Tino stays with it. Finds the runner. Looks like he was out of the line, too, but he's gone. Yanks hang on to win it 2-0. Pettit 5-0, 1.89 ERA in his last 7 starts. The
bottom of the 4th, Yanks down 2-0. Dave Martinez at the plate, and he sends one to center field. Chad Curtis coming in, trying to make the shoestring catch, and he gets no shoes or baseball. Meanwhile, Dave Martinez motoring around Tropicana Field. There's never been an inside-the-park home run there until right now. He's safe. Home run number 3. Devil Rays led 3-0. Top of the 5th, same score, 2 aboard for Chuck Knobloch, facing Wilson Alvarez, and oh man, he had no problem seeing that one, did he? High, deep, far, and gone. Tying the game up at the 3s, and Wilson says words you don't want to teach your kids. 6th inning, some troubles for Tampa. Kevin Stocker's throw to first is in the dirt. The crime dog, not stopping crime there. Chad Curtis is safe. 2 batters later, Rock Raines, grounder the 3rd. Wade Boggs throws the 2nd. He missed everything. Curtis scores. 2 6th-inning errors led to 2 Yankee runs. Larry Rothschild's squad loses 8-4. Ho-hum, the beat.
Rolando Araujo did earn that distinction. One thing he doesn't do very well is control the inside pitch. Leads the American League with 11, make that 12 hit batters as he hits number 11, Chuck Knobloch. Same inning, Knobloch works his way to 2nd with 1 out, works off the hit by pitch, facing fellow All-Star Paul O'Neill. O'Neill goes down and gets it, goes with it the other way. Quentin McCracken can't get there. O'Neill will hustle into 2nd. Knobloch gives David Cohn a 1-0 lead. Cohn working fast and really working over McCracken. Not only did he struggle in the field, but with a man aboard in the 3rd. Oh, forget it. McCracken just thought it was going to be the same kind of pitch, decided not to swing at it, and he decided not to even try, hoping that Cone would miss the strike zone, and he didn't. 8 shutout innings, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts. Got in trouble in the ninth. They handed over to Mariano Rivera, who also inexplicably was not an all-star, facing pinch hitter Bobby Smith. Tying one at the plate, and Rivera gassed him. His 24th save. Cone, with Maddox losing tonight, becomes the only 13-game winner in the major league.
Starts Fred McGriff and Bobby Smith on first and second, and Wells actually had given up back-to-back walks, so that streak ended. But then he gets Bubba Trammell. Wells out of the inning unharmed, but not necessarily happy. Bottom 5, Wells to Ledesma, and watch him get over to first. Good hustle, and he actually looks okay there, but he ended up leaving with a bruised right big toe. His toes are big. Top 9 tied at 2. There's nobody out, Peter.
Well, this is one of those cases. I'm sorry. Pitchers have to be able to field their positions. Homer Bush was on pitch running for Darryl Strawberry. Hernandez is slow going to second. He's safe now. But again, throw to third, late again. Bases loaded. Oh, boy. And it's a jam that he can't get out of.
Knobloch with 1 down. Hernandez was wild on his throw to third. He's really wild on his pitch home. Knobloch got hit last night. He gets hit in this game. He'd be okay. The Yanks are up 3-2. Jeter then, with the bases still loaded. The infield was in. The ball went to the outfield. Curtis and Brosha score. It's 5-2 Yanks. They would add 4 more in the ninth. Hernandez, 5 earned runs in a third of an inning. And the Yanks win their 10th in a row. Devil Rays lose their 10th in a row. First time in 4 years New York has put together a string of such magnitude, and they...
Child's team won for its last 31 at-bats with men in scoring position. Theme warning. Bottom of the first, Miguel Cairo at third. Bobby Smith grounds out to Mike Benjamin. And that would make the Devil Rays 1 for their last 32 with men in scoring position. John Flaherty up the middle. Steve Avery snares it. Double play. Devil Rays now 1 for 33. Bottom 3, 1 out. 2 men aboard. Avery against the former Red Sox, Wade Boggs, chasing the breaking ball. 2 outs. Avery gets Paul Sorrento. Devil Rays 1 for 35. Bottom 4, Tampa, 2 men aboard. Flaherty, John Valentin, 5-4-3 double play. Devil Rays 1 for 36. Bottom 6, 2 men on. Davey Martinez finally gets a base hit. Wade Boggs comes in. The theme warning is over for this highlight. But Darren Bragg throws him out at the plate. Devil Rays looking anywhere for a good bat. Sox win at 2-0. Devil Rays 1 for 10 with runners in scoring.
Their ERA 5th best in the American League, but as John McKay said of the expansion Tampa Bay Bucks football team's offensive execution, I'm in favor of it. Bucks were shut out in 5 of their first 14 games. Rays have been blanked in 5 of their last 9 and have scored 76 fewer runs than the next worst offensive team in the American League, the Royals. Rays and Red Sox, a matinee by Tampa Bay. Top of the first, no score. 1 on for Mo Vaughn facing Brian Ricard. Vaughn with the base hit to right center. Randy Wynn then boots the ball. Nomar Garciaparra comes all the way around from first. The throw to the plate is too late. And the Sox lead at 1-0. Got some good defense. Bottom of the first, Quentin McCracken hitting the flare foul. Watch Ron Mahay in the bullpen. The former outfielder makes the barehanded catch. More Mahay in just a moment. Top of the 4th, Red Sox up 2-0. Scott Hatteberg will lace one down the right side, but Paul Sorrento makes the diving play and throws to Ricard covering for the out. More defense. Top of the 8th, tied at 4. Garciaparra blooping one to short center. Miguel Cairo bobbles the ball, but holds on to it with his bare hand. Bottom of the 9th, still 4-all. Ron Mahay now into the game as a pitcher. Paul Sorrento at the plate. Sorrento already 3 for 3. Now 4 for 4 on the day. Hit his 13th homer earlier, raising his average to 240, putting the winning run at third. Next batter, Miguel Cairo. And he punches one up the middle of Carlos Reyes. Bobby Smith scores the winning run. The Devil Rays have won, breaking their 11-game losing streak. 5-4 the final. Skipper
facing Wilson Alvarez. 2 outs. Garrett pop fly. 3 Devil Rays are under it.
I thought you said you were all right, Spider.
No, I thought that you were right,
Spider.
Tim Salmon scores 2-zip Angels. Tied at 2 in the 4th. Big Cecil Fielder bringing it like Big Pun. 15th Jack of the year, 317th for his career, 3-2 Angels. Top 5, same score. Chuck Finley facing Randy Wynn. Wynn grounds it to Big Cecil Fielder, who tosses to Finley. And the blonde bleached one, late covering, misses the tag. Watch it again. Finley slides on his knee about 6 feet. Hey. That one hurt. Big gash in his knee. He had to leave the game. Losing skid at Anaheim. Top one, Steve Sparks and the Angels already down 1-0. Devil Rays load the bases. Sparks walks Paul Sorrento, and Wade Boggs comes in to score. 2-0 Devil Rays. Next batter, bases still loaded, because that's what happens after a bases loaded walk. He walks Miguel Cairo. Quentin McCracken scores. Devil Rays, they lead 5-0 after one. Sparks had 4 walks in the first inning. Top 2, he walks McCracken. Terry Collins has seen enough. Sparks' shortest outing of his career. 1 inning. 5 walks, 5 earned runs. Meanwhile, Rolando Orojo sets some fielder to ground out. Justin Ballman rounded out. Dave Hollins a grounder. Felder again on the ground ball to Cairo. Orojo retired. We say it, Rich? Orojo retired 12 in a row.
Going to hit a grounder. Miguel Cairo boots it, and that's a big boot because 2 runs coming to score. Ties the game at 2. 5th inning still tied at 2. Bases loaded for Tampa. Bubba. Trammell to Elster, boots it. That's another error on the other team's shortstop, so 2 runs score on this play. Now 4-2 in favor of Tampa. 7th inning. Rangers down 4-3, 2 on for Will Clark. There it goes. 3-run home run to right. And Texas goes on to win by the final score of 7-4. So the Rangers end their 5-game losing streak.
Baseball, Juan Gonzalez already with 1 RBI on the night, his first since the break. Sends one to center. Randy Wynn, incredibly, that is ruled a hit. And an RBI for Gonzalez. We're tied at 6. He now has 103. Rusty Greer scores. After an intentional walk to Will Clark, who went 4 for 4. Ivan Rodriguez singles to center. 7-6 Rangers. Irod 3 for 5, hitting .348. Bottom 9, Devil Rays now with an 8-7 lead. Tom Goodwin on first, and Irod again. What Stephen Jenkins is to Third Eye Blind, Ivan Rodriguez is to the Texas Rangers. Here comes Tom Goodwin, and we're tied at 8 to extra innings. Bottom 10, Luis Alicea is clutch, and clutch is everything in life. The fly to left, Fernando Tatis at third. He will easily score, and the Rangers win. Quentin McCracken, Scottish therapist, his throw's a bit late. The D-Rays have lost 14 of 16.
Wilson Alvarez facing Junior. Base hit. Rich Amaral come on down. Griffey's 90th RBI. 1-0 M's. First of a 4-run first inning for Seattle. Bottom of the first. No one on, 1 out. Wade Boggs hits one to Russ Davis in left, converting from third base. Nice catch. And Griffey. That's right, buddy. Raise the roof.
Finally caught one.
Russ Davis is whatever. I think he's not worthy. He's raising the roof, whatever. He had 4 RBIs in the night. Top of the second, Griffey's second at bat, base hit. Top of the 4th, Mariners now up 4-1 in Junior.
And Junior, a high fly ball.
40th home run of the season. 5-1 Mariners. Griffey just a triple away from the cycle. Bottom of the 4th, no one on. 1 out, Miguel Cairo grounds it to A-Rod. The quick throw to first for the out. Nice play. Top of the 6th, Mariners now up 7-3. Griffey efforting for that triple, but Esteban Yan gets him swinging. Griffey's never hit for the cycle. He'd get one more chance against Roberto Hernandez. In his 5th at-bat, Junior goes down swinging, doesn't get the cycle, but he had a hell of a night. Said Lou Piniella of last year's AL MVP and ESPY Award winner. Junior is Junior. I think in the 6 years I've been here, nothing. The bottom of the 3rd. Man on 3rd, 1 out for Miguel Cairo, who flies out to Rob Ducey in shallow right. That man on 3rd, Kevin Stalker, is then told by Ducey, those who are late do not get fruit cup. Stalker would leave the game due to that collision with Marzano. He left with a chin laceration, required 3 stitches. Marzano would tie the game up in the 6th with a 2-run homer, and then tied at 3. A-Rod takes Rolando Orojo deep and gone for his 31st of the season. 5-3 Mariners. That's your score in the bottom of the 7th. Man on second for Mike Kelly. Grounds it back to Randy Johnson, who tries to get Quentin McCracken at second, but his throw is errant. So there's nobody out and 2 men on, and Johnson's in a bind. After allowing 2 runs to tie the game, Johnson needs 1 out to get out of the inning, but Bobby Smith with a 2-out single plates Randy Wynn and Miguel Cairo, and Tampa Bay scores 4 unearned in the 7th to take a 7-5 lead. Top of the 9th, Junior
left center field. On the run, Randy
cannot provide the Mariners with home run number 41. The Mariners lose 7-5 on a homerless night for Griffey, and of course he went homerless. Otherwise, this game would have been higher in the show.
Outside, Ricky.
Go ahead, Rick. That's ball 4, Ricky. Go ahead. Oh, on down there. Come on, Rick. Come on. That's 4.
Rick, how many fingers?
2, 3, 4.
He's gone. Bottom 3, Oakland's in a little bit of trouble. Bubba Trammell takes it, and Bubba deposits it in right. Tampa's up 3-zip. Trammell 3 for 4, 3 RBI. Timeout, says McFarland.
Oh, watch out, watch out.
Ooh. Whoa. Look at Butler get out of the way. He thought it was coming in. Conley somehow was able to.
Athletics, losers of 4 in a row in Tampa Bay. Art Howe not pleased. His team trailing 4-1 in the 6th when Jason Giambi takes the 2-2 pitch deep over the left field wall. A 2-run blast, his 15th. Cuts the lead to 1. D-Rays lead 4-3. Then pinch hitter Kevin Mitchell delivers a run-scoring single to center. Giambi crosses home plate. We're tied at 5. Bottom of the 8th, score still tied at 5. Quentin McCracken on second, and Aaron Ledesma takes the Kenny Rogers pitch up the middle. McCracken scores to make it 6-5 D-Rays. They hold on for the win, 7-5. Giambi was 3 for 4 with 4 RBI.
1-1 game, bottom of the 3rd. Tom Candiotti, you know what's coming. Boom! So does the crime dog, Fred McGriff. It's a fair ball. 2-run home run, his 10th of the year. 3-run Tampa Bay, 3-1. Ryan Christensen against Wilson Alvarez. When he's on, he can be very tough.
Well, today he really seemed to get a little bit more of an angle, had a livelier fastball. Also, kept the ball down a lot better at certain times. Just throwing the ball by Rafael Barnagal and getting the ground ball out of Bip Roberts in a jam. Still a pretty good pitcher when healthy.
7 innings pitch. He's got this side of the Tuker. Candiotti tries to look at McGriff.
But a stare.
He did a triple Sadaharu. He lifted all the feet. 4 for 4, including the home run, the pair of ribbies for McGriff. The A's have lost 6 in a row. The Devil Rays beat him 3-1. And what about a first lifetime save after 2 perfect innings in relief?
Down 2-1. Blake Stein already struck out 3 in the inning, but a wild pitch prolonged the inning for Kevin Stocker to become the 4th strikeout victim of the inning. 29th time in Major League history that's happened. Bottom of the 5th, Devil Rays up 2-1 with a runner on first. Wade Boggs takes one the other way. 2-run homer, 6th of the year, and that ties Boggs for 33rd on the all-time hit list with Babe Ruth. And in the bottom of the 8th, Boggs passes the Babe with a base hit to center. Career hit number 2,874, passing Babe Ruth. That is worthy of a standing O. And the Devil Rays go on to win this game 11-5. Said Boggs of
The score, Paul Sorrento's up. James Baldwin makes him chopping Brock alive. Baldwin struck out 6. 4th inning. Randy Wynn to left. Albert Bell.
Randy Wynn is going to make.
Man is going for 2. Do not run on Albert Bell. Nice hose. He'd also do it at the plate. Frank Thomas is on first. Nobody out. Bell's the man.
They're called pup race.
It's out quickly. 32nd of the year. 4-0 White Sox, and they win it 4-1 in the Devil Rays streak all done with. It was a team record 5-game winning streak.
Parquet with the bases loaded and 1 out. But Jerry Manuel stays with him, and next batter Bubba Trammell rips Parquet's pitch down the left field line. Randy Wynn and Bobby Smith scored. D-Rays take the lead 3-2 on the double. Trammell was 3 for 4 with 3 ribbies. Bottom 6, D-Rays up 5-2. Robin Ventura facing Tony Saunders. And Ventura blasts Saunders offering to right. Mike Kelly goes back and makes a great catch to rob Ventura of a home run. Great timing, great glove. Bottom 7 still 5-2. D-Rays bases loaded for Albert Bell facing Jim Messier. And Bell grounds it to first. The nice pick by McGriff, flips to Messier for the out. Bell was 0 for 4. Still has a major league tying 15 home runs in.
Julio Santana to Brian Hunter with 2 outs. And Miguel Cairo, a busy guy involved in a dozen plays in the field, had 9 assists on the night. And he gets it done with the stick as well. Bottom of the 7th against Seth Greisinger. Cairo bringing the wood. Number 5 on the season in the Maris chase. He is only 40 behind Mark McGuire now. Devil Rays up 5-1. Here's the play of the game. Check out this guy spot shadowed in a reddish-orange shirt. Everybody going for the foul ball. Hey, beer man.
Look, he's telling watch him.
Trying to snag the freebie.
No,
oh, he got it. Oh, that is slow live getting it done.
We have pictures of
More baseball, Tigers, Devil Rays. Tony Clark batting from the right side.
Keep that in mind, and that's going to go. Clark, 24th home run of the year, 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. 2-0 Tigers at that point. Bottom of the third, 5-0 Tigers. Rich Butler facing Brian Mueller. Rocks this one. Tony Clark at first. The range. He got a Mueller, by the way. 5-hit shutout. Now, top of the seventh, 5-0 Tigers. Tony Clark from the left side. That's going. That's gone. 25th of the year. And now watching the stands. Nice gesture here. Kid, nah, give it to the kid. Good job by that guy.
Good job.
And third time he's homered from both sides of this season. Tigers wiping him out 8-zip. Brian Mueller with the complete game shutout. His third of the year.
First, Aaron Ledesma at the plate. Devil Rays are down 3-2 in the bottom of the ninth. Ledesma, a chopper up the middle off the glove of Davy Cruz. Stocker goes to third on the play. Runners on first and third with one out. Todd Jones in a jam. Next batter is Rich Butler. And Jones gets him looking. That's out number 2. Randy Wynn coming to the plate, already with both Devil Ray RBIs. Wynn hits the ground ball up the middle. Cruz charges, throws Wynn out at first. So Cruz redeems himself, and the Tigers hold on to beat the Devil Rays 3-2. Brian Powell, night from his middle infielders against Tampa Bay. Second baseman Ray Durham in the third gets out of town. It's 2-0 Chicago. 4-0. Shortstop Mike Caruso facing Rick White. Grounds it back to the mound. White can't handle, and that would score Maglio Ordonez. 5-zip White Sox. Wade Boggs facing James Baldwin. Mike Caruso, nice pick to start your 6-4-3 double play. James Baldwin having his way with Paul Sorrento in the bottom of the seventh, gets some swinging on the fastball. Bottom of the ninth, Sox a 6-1 lead. Sorrento again at the plate facing Baldwin, and again Baldwin gets him, this time looking on a nice moving fastball. It's not how hard you throw it. You got 2-on, 2-on-1 out. Jim Parquet, Butter. No, Parquet strikes out Mike Kelly. But what's Parquet doing? Starting to walk off the mound. Fred McGriff scores from second. Parquet throws to second. Catches Bubba Trammell in a rundown. Devil Rays up 3-1. But on the replay, Robert Machado, the catcher behind the plate, the rookie, gets up, heads toward the dugout, rolls the ball to the mound. His bad and Parquet's bad. Watch Fred McGriff. He's a veteran. He knows there are only 2 outs. And he scores.
2 men on.
Top 2, Machado, just recalled from AAA Calgary Sunday, making up for his mind warp like a Mac. His first Major League home run, 3-run shot, makes it 4-3 White Sox. Top 6, Albert Bell. Kid has been like butter because he's on a roll. 34th homer, 16th in 25 games since the break. That was off for Esteban Yan. Next time Bell is up, Yan hits Albert in the first pitch. Yan ejected. Catcher Mike DeFelice, he was ejected. Said Yan afterward, the game was on the line, 7-5. I've got a chance to win. I don't hit nobody on purpose. As I said, Mike DeFelice was ejected. You wouldn't know it because he's still up there jabbering, but he was kicked out of the game. Devil Rays did not have a hit in between Mike. Wilson Alvarez facing Jeff Manto, who's just called up today. And how often do you see that? Guys just called up and hits one out of Tropicana Field. Now, it doesn't happen that often, but it did for Manto. 1-0 try. Bottom of the second, Doc facing Bubba Trammell. And Gooden fools him with the breaking ball for strike 1. Same at bat. Breaks off another one for strike 2, and then gets Trammell again. 5 of Gooden's 6 strikeouts came on a breaking pitch. Top of the 7th. Here we go. Tied at 1. Wilson Alvarez facing Jim Thome. Hits Thome on the hand with a pitch. Alvarez disappointed. Is not going to be as disappointed as Thome is, as he is checked out by the trainer. We see it again. Gets hit on the right hand, and it is broken. More on that in just a bit. He would obviously have to leave the game. But we stay in that same inning. The 7th, tied at 1. The base is full from Manto again. Having a pretty good day considering he's just called up. The base hit scores 2. The Indians went up 3-1 and would go on to win by.
Is Charles Nagy looking for his 10th win of the year. Bottom 2, Fred McGriff up.
That distinction.
Rips one, but David Bell. Backhands off balance. And not even close. Nagy 13 ground ball outs in 8 innings pitched. Top third, Brian Ricard with control trouble. Watch the microphone in the upper right-hand portion of your television screen. Ricard uncorks.
Out there anyway.
Wow. That's what we call experiencing audio problems. Top 6, Ricard facing Brian Giles. And Brian Giles yanks one. Bye-bye. His 14th of the year. Cleveland goes on to win it 6-2. Nagy gives up just 3 hits through 8.
Indians and Kenny Lofton And the Indians a little bit frustrated with Rolando Rojo. Top 6, it's Rojo who's frustrated. Walks Manny Ramirez. Close pitch. Rojo is very upset at home plate umpire Larry McCoy. 2 batters later, bases loaded. Jeff Manitow called strike. Next pitch. 0-2. Next pitch. Sitting dead red or waiting for a breaking ball. Ooh, nice pitch. Next batter, 0-1 count on Richie Sexson. Omar Vizquel is coming home. He's called out by McCoy. Look at it again. Vizquel is safe, but called out. Rojo gets out of the inning, giving up no runs. Bottom 7, still tied at 1. Quentin McCracken, little pop-up. Omar Vizquel. Wasn't enough. Devil Rays win it by the final of 2-1. First, no score. Orioles with a man aboard. Eric Davis brings in Brady Anderson, that man who was on first. Davis, a 26-game hitting streak, owes up 1-0. Top 3, Tony Saunders pitching well. Facing Davis.
2-2 to Eric Davis. Breaking ball is
off-speed pitch, fouls it off, and then blows it by him with a fastball for the strikeout. Bottom 3, owes some great defense. Randy Wynn. Back to the box, Roberto Alomar. Oh, no.
Alomar with that strong throw to make an excellent.
I can't come up with the words to describe it. Bottom 6, owes up 2-0. Juan Guzman struggling with 2 outs. Quentin McCracken.
Deep right center. It's going to get down.
And the game-winning hit yesterday, coming up with a stand-up triple. Second hit allowed by Guzman in the game at that point. Next batter, Wade Boggs. Great piece of hitting, back through the box. Alomar tries to get Boggs. Boggs head first, he's safe. McCracken scores, owes up 2-1. Bottom 8, still 2-1. Devil Rays threatening. Runner at second, 2 outs. Fred McGriff. The smash to third, Cal Ripken. Cal Ripken made his major league debut on this day 17 years ago. Gets his man. O's going on to win it by the final of 2-1. Eric Davis, 2 hits, an RBI, extending his club record hitting streak.
Since the All-Star break up against the Devil Rays, Brady Anderson's at first. Harold Baines, it is back. It is back. It's not coming. It should be a home run. Quentin McCracken went back into the wall. Ball comes onto the field. Harold Baines thinks it's a home run. Brady Anderson comes to score. The umpires will come together and meet. Was it a home run? We'll look once more. The guy who just came in and told me about it says, yes, it's a home run. Looks like it's over and back into the field. Ruled a double somehow. Score tied 1 apiece. Costly because later that inning, Baines at second. Julio Santana's pitch. John Flaherty picks up Baines at second base. The score stays tied at 1 apiece. 9th inning, tied at 1. Kevin Stalker's at second. Bobby Smith against Armando Benitez. And Smith, the single to left. Stalker coming to score. Devil Rays go on to win this thing by a count of 2-1. So somebody beats the Orioles finally. 2-1 here.
Top of the third, already 1-0 Orioles when Davis doubles down the line off Wilson Alvarez to extend that hitting streak to 27 games. Next hitter up, Rafael Palmeiro, who's been smoking lately, and he smokes this Tampa cigar. A 2-run shot. His 36th, 99th RBI of the year. 3-0 O's. Is he having fun yet? Yeah, I think so. Scott Erickson said thank you for your support. Bottom of the third, he freezes Randy Wynn with the slider. 5 strikeouts for Erickson. Also got some help from his defense. Watch this. Robbie Alomar, the diving stop, and then makes the throw to get Randy Wynn out. His knees. Bottom of the 9th, 7-0 Orioles. Erickson trying to finish it off. Miguel Cairo hits the grounder. Mike Bordick behind second base makes the play. The second complete game shutout this year for Erickson. He allowed 5 hits and a walk and struck out 5. Talk about Jekyll and Hyde after giving up 12 earned runs in 12 innings.
The 11th, 2-1, tied at 6. Bobby Smith, that's going to do some damage. Into the gap, 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Kevin Stalker and even Wade Boggs. Throw mishandled. Smith goes all the way over to third. Devil Rays up 8-6. Smith 2 for 6 in the game. He's hitting .295, and the Devil Rays win this 8-6.
Mouse. You see, Alvarez has a gray glove. That's against the rules. Hargrove pointed it out. Now Alvarez has a black glove. Larry Rothschild, too, can play at that game. See, Bartolo Colon has a gray T-shirt. Doesn't match his uniform, so Colon forced to change to a red jersey. Can we play baseball, please? Thank you. Bottom of the 4th, Manny Ramirez busts out the whooping stick on Alvarez. Must be the color of the glove. Number 29 for Manny, 2-0 Indians. 2 batters later, Richie Sexson for the first time in his career. First major league homer, 3-0 Cleveland. Top of the 7th, runners on first and second. 4-3 Indians. Doug Jones, can he hold the lead? In this instance, yes. Fred McGriff pops out to third to end the inning. Now the 8th inning. Doug Jones gets Mike Kelly looking, part of a 1-2-3 inning for Jones. Then in the 9th inning, runner on the third. That's your tying run. Mike Jackson, 0-2 pitch, nasty. Quentin McCracken looking, and that's your ball game, 4-3. Bartolo Colon allowed 2 runs on 6 hits and 6 2/3.
Doc Gooden in trouble, facing Quentin McCracken. 2 outs, top of the first, no score. Richie Sexson, no. Richie Sexson, yes. Sandy Alomar gets Bobby Smith, 1-0 Tampa Bay on the out. Top 4 tied at 1, and Mark Wiley comes out to talk to Gooden. Bases loaded, 1 out, and it's that veteran, Kevin Stocker. The hook. Next batter, Randy Wynn with Mike Hargrove. Has got to like what he sees. Cutaway. Bottom 4, 2-men aboard. 1 out, Omar Vizquel.
First and third, 1 out.
You never believe me when I say they're 2-men aboard. We always have to show there's 2-men aboard. Trust me. Cleveland goes up 2-1 on the base knock. Richie Sexson comes home to score. Top 9, 4-2 Indians. Aaron Ledesma against Mike Jackson. 2-men aboard. You believe me this time, don't you? Jackson. Double play. Indians win. Jackson's 31st save of the year. The final on this one, 4-2.
Easy time. Randy Wynn grounded to first. Then Miguel Cairo, another grounder. This one to Messina. He takes care of things. Bobby Smith off of Messina's glove. That's another grounder. Roberto Alomar throws him out. 7 pitches thrown in the first for the Moose. 3 ground ball outs. And then bottom of the second, scoreless. Mike Bordick 2 on, and a sample of some serious length by Bordick. 3-0 Baltimore on his 8th of the year. Top of the 5th, Messina in control up 3-1, striking out Kevin Stocker. And then Messina, more of the high heat. Randy Wynn swinging. Messina going a bit lower with the fastball, and that got Cairo swinging. Messina struck out the side in the 5th. Top of the 6th, Devil Rays down 1-2 on John Flaherty. Looking for space, finds it. Paul Sorrento trying to score. Willie Green, the great throw, nails him at the plate. Check out the replay. Great throw by Green, right on the money. And Chris Hoyle's pretty tag to get Sorrento. Top of the 7th, 4-2-0's Messina in control, getting Bobby Smith to, guess what, ground out. All outs from Messina, either a strikeout or a ground out. Nothing in the air in a 6-4 victory for Baltimore. Mike Messina, he struck out 10.
This one, top of the first, you see what I mean, loses it. That's far down the left field line. That's Mark McGuire's bat. Somebody's grabbing it. Top of the 2nd, Juan Guzman pitching. Bubba Trammell sends one deep to center. Brady Anderson always gives you the A effort. Crashes into the wall. Couldn't hang on. Trammell would make it to 2nd. Anderson would have to leave. Strained right patella tendon. The old day-to-day deal. Top of the 4th, Bobby Smith is up. Loses the bat again. This time into the crowd. That's dangerous stuff. Let's get some pine tar for that guy. Bottom of the 7th, those are down 2-zip. Cal gets out of town off Tony Saunders, 10th home run of the season for Rip, and he ties Brooks Robinson's club record with 2,848 hits in the Orioles within 1. Top of the 8th, tied at 2. Bobby Smith back again, runner on 3rd, actually hangs on to the bat, sends the fly to center. Rich Becker makes the catch, but Quentin McCracken, he's a smart ball player. He tags and scores the go-ahead run.
Against Brian Ricard, named Desire. Fastball in. No, fastball out. Dies 5th of the season, 1-0 Kansas City. Next man up is the always dangerous Sal Fasano. Goes the other way. Be great if Fasano hit one off the facade, but I mean, 2-0, back-to-back home runs. More Fasano. 6-0 game Kansas City now. Base hit to right. RBI, Larry Sutton scores. 7-0 Royals. Now in the top of the 7th, Fasano feels it. Off Dennis Springer, Nuxie, it's a double to left. We've got a single, we got a double, we got a homer, and we have a hit by pitch. Well, if you're going to get hit by a pitch, you might as well get hit by a knuckleball.
Is that going to be on the Springer video?
Yeah. They'll have a brawl over that. Royals beat the Devil Rays 11.
Steinbach had himself a nice night. This one's going to drop right in, and Randy Wynn loses. Over his head, Matt Lawton, Alex Ochoa would score. Steinbach would motor in there with a triple. He was just a home run short of the cycle on the evening. Later, still in the 2nd, 3-0 Twins. Paul Molitor hits one right off his cuticles. Paul Sorrento in front of Miguel Cairo. making a grab. 5 innings pitched, giving up 2 runs. Bob Tewksbury, his first start after coming off the DL, and it might have been his last one as a Twin. More on that in just a second. Went 5, gave up just 2 runs. Top of the 9th, it's 5-3, and Ron Coomer had one drop in there. Bubba Trammell and Cairo crashed, had a racing deal. 2 runs come in to score, and Larry Rothschild not happy about that.
Julio Santana facing Paul Molitor in the top of the first. A little piece of history. Molitor down the line, fair ball, double. Molly passes Willie Mays into 9th place in the all-time hit list with 3,284. Bottom of the first, Bubba Trammell off Eric Milton. Trammell a double to right off the wall to score Bobby Smith and put the D-Rays up 2-0. Then in the bottom of the second, Milton facing Quentin McCracken, who hits another one of the team record 6 doubles for the Devil Rays, scoring Randy Wynn. Milton allowing 6 runs and 7 hits in 2 1/3. Tampa Bay snapping a 5-game losing streak by blowing out the Twins.
Smith goes to right center. Smith in the game 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs. He was a homer shy of a cycle. Tampa wins this one, the first of 2, 10-6. Mike Kelly also homered twice for Tampa Bay. Dennis Springer went 6 innings for his first win since May the 30th. Devil Rays shortstop Kevin Stocker, done for the year, broke his left wrist when he was hit by a pitch in the ball game. How about game 2 of the doubleheader? Bottom of the 3rd, game tied at 1. Tony Clark, the 2-2 pitch. 29th home run of the year. And Detroit wins game 2, 8-2. So the Tigers now a half game behind Tampa Bay in the race for the worst record in the American League. And there you have it.
Top of the 3rd, Paul Abbott on the mound. His first major league start in 5 years, 1 year removed from Tommy John surgery. Paul Sorrento takes one off his glove, and without the glove, A-Rod throws him out. Great play, went 2 for 4, stolen base, but did not homer. More Mariners defense. This from the master himself. Ken Griffey Jr. robs Dave Silvestri. Worthy of one last glance. Jr. did not homer either. He went 1 for 4 as the Mariners won 5-2 and made a winner out of Paul Abbott, who last.
Juan Gonzalez, 149 RBIs on the season. He strikes out against Tony Saunders there. Gonzalez 0 for 4. His 20-game hitting streak is snapped, and he's stuck on 149 ribbies. More on that in just a second. Bottom of the 7th, now we're tied at 2. Rich Butler against Todd Stottlemyre, who struggled as a Ranger. Butler cranks one into right center. Everybody's going to get on the horse and run. Mike Kelly coming in to score. Tampa Bay goes up 3-2. Top of the 9th, now it's still 3-2. The D-Rays with a tying run on second base, Roberto Hernandez. It's Luis Alicea, that's 2 outs, and then Lee Stevens. Stevens is observing, and he will now be asked to leave. 25th save, I should say, for Hernandez. The Devil Rays win it by.
Will Clark facing Julio Santana and takes one off the toes. It's fractured. Day to day, he'd have to leave this game. Clark's replacement, Mike Sims, makes up for it. In a 1-all game in the 5th, Sim goes the other way. Knocks in Juan Gonzalez with his 15th home run of the year to break the 1-all tie. Next batter, Ivan Rodriguez. Rodriguez makes it back-to-back jack, his 18th of the year. And Larry Rothschild is not happy with his starter. Rangers up 4-1. Bobby Smith against Rick Helling. And Helling has now tied David Cone with his 19th win of the season.
The second, tied at 1, bases loaded. Wade Boggs at the plate. A grand slam, 7th home run of the season for Boggs. First slam since '92. Devil Rays up 5-1. Juan Gonzalez. Home run. 42nd on the year. Rangers down 6-4. Juan with 151 RBIs in the season. Bottom 5, Quentin McCracken to right center. Tom Goodwin somehow holds on to it. Miguel Cairo would score. The Devil Rays would go on to win this one by the final of 10-5.
Devil Rays, Mickey Rooney and the Devil Rays mascot. Give it up for Mick. 1-zip D-Rays, bottom 6, Paul Sorrento hitting 277, pulling out the wood. Singles to center off Omar Oliveras. Fred McGriff scores. Sorrento 2 for 3, 2-zip Devil Rays. Same score, bottom 7. Shigetoshi Hasegawa schools Quentin McCracken, a 293 hitter, and calls Shigetoshi butter because he was on the road. Gets Wade Boggs. That's why his ERA is 2.89. And then Bobby Smith goes down. Still 2-zip Devil Rays, top 8. Tim Salmon blow it up. Singles to center. Chris Pritchett scores. Salmon 3 hits and an RBI, 2-1 Devil Rays. 2-2, still top 8. Todd Green smacks a double to the left field corner. Salmon scores the go-ahead run. Angels score 4 in the 8th inning. They win the game 4-2. Halos picked the right time to win for just the 4th time in 58 games when trailing after 7 innings. Alvarez allowed only 4 hits in top 4. Angels down 1-0. Rolando Araujo tells him, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Salmon 0 for 3 with an RBI. Araujo 5 strikeouts. Bottom 5, Devil Rays up 1-0. 2-1, Quentin McCracken cracks the ball off Jeff Juden's foot. Craig Shipley cannot make the play. Rich Butler scores. McCracken, former Duke football player, 2 for 5. Next batter, Wade Boggs, right up the gut. Miguel Cairo scores. Boggs, 2 hits, 2 RBI. D-Rays up 3-0. Still bottom 5 runners at the corners. Jeff Juden uncorks a wild throw past first. McCracken scores. Juden gave up 6 runs in 5+ innings. Devil Rays win it 8-1. Rolando Araujo's 14th win sets
first. A run in. Bubba Trammell at the plate. Very wild pitch, and Joe Girardi can't find it. McGriff coming in all the way from second. Holy cow. Joe Torre distressed. Take another look. Girardi, fabulous defensive catcher, needing some help. Devil Rays lead 2-0 there. That's your score. Top of the 5th. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Tony Saunders facing Chili Davis. Grounds it to the 5-4-3 double play. Getting at bats for Chile is also a Joe Torre priority as we go down the stretch. Ends the inning. Bottom of the 6th, 4-0 Devil Rays. Pettit and Trello. Aaron Ledesma visits the Gap or the Outback Steakhouse. A fan becomes a factor. Trammell scores on the double. Ledesma 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Pettit discussing things with pitching coach Mel Stoudemire. Pettit gave up 7 hits in 6 innings. 4 of his 6 runs were earned. The Devil Rays blanked the Yankees 7-0, said Pettit after giving up at least 5 runs.
Yankees and the Devil Rays in the pictures, the 2nd inning. No score, Tim Raines at the plate. Something's funny here. Julio Santana, the pitcher, the single to center. Tino Martinez will score from 3rd, which should be easy. 1-0 Yanks. Raines 2 for 3 in a rib. 2nd inning, Raines in the field now. Hideki Arabu against Rich Butler. The liner, Raines. Good catch, ends the inning. 4th inning, 1-0 Yanks, 2 on. There's one, there's the other. Santana against Scott Brocious. Going to left. Chili Davis is waved home. Quentin McCracken coming up. Good gun. Chili not running that fast. McCracken set a new expansion record, 17 outfield assists. And the 3rd base coach, Willie Randolph, explaining why he sent him home. 7th inning, 3-0 Yanks. Esteban Yan against Bernie Williams. Everyone wave your hands in the air and throw them around as though there are no repercussions. The Yanks have the most homers of any team since the All-Star break. Bernie has 26. Arabu against McCracken. Had a good throw, but missed that pitch. Arabu, 2-hitter in 8 innings, and he breaks out of a slump.
The wild card needing a win against Tampa. There's Tim Johnson. 2-1 Devil Rays, top 5. Wilson Alvarez, Jose Canseco with some serious length. Number 44, tying a career high. They set back a 91 as an Oakland A. Bottom 8, 5-4 Toronto. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Almanzar facing pinch hitter Bubba Trammell. Blue Jay fans will always remember Bubba Trammell because, let's face it, he basically crushed their hopes right there with that crush.
Tampa Bay plays Boston and doubled it. Game 1, Darren Lewis in 1st. Tony Saunders facing John Valentin, and Valentin blowing up the spot. 2-run shot, 23 on the year. 2-zip Boston. Top 4, 1st and 3rd. 2 outs for Miguel Cairo. Brett Saberhagen plays him. Saberhagen 6 Ks in 6 innings. Bottom 4, 2-zip. Saunders facing Mike Benjamin, 1 out. Benjamin smokes a liner to 1st. Fred McGriff. Crime Dog, nice snag, and then tags out Keith Mitchell. McGriff also 2 for 3 at the plate, i.e. taking a bite out of Brett Saberhagen. To the gap in left center, Quentin McCracken scores. Crime Dog, 80 RBI this year. We're tied at 2. Bottom 6, DH Keith Mitchell in his 24th at-bat of the year, rocking a fat bat. Brings in Troy O'Leary, his 5th hit in 24 at-bats. And then Tom Gordon facing Cairo. Harmless pop-up. Gordon fat. Brother's not failed in a save opportunity since April 14th. He would retire the side in the 9th in order. Red Sox scoring to win Game 1, 4-3. Gordon got his AL leading 43rd save. Washington pitching 2-1. Bobby Smith pops to 2nd. Donnie Sadler makes the slam and catch running away from home. Quentin McCracken tags and scores from 3rd. McCracken, a team-high 75 runs scored. Devil Rays up 1-0. Still top 1. Fred McGriff's grounder goes off of Wasden, who recovers to get McGriff at 1st. Bottom 1, Mo Vaughn. I said Mo Vaughn. Big tall brother, 6'2", want to hit you. What you want to do? 38th homer. He's got 108 RBI. He's hitting .334, MVP-like numbers. That's a 2-run shot. Red Sox up 2-1. Top 4. Aaron Ledesma grounds back off Washington, but Sadler makes another ill play to get Ledesma. Sadler making up for an 0-for-2 day at the plate. Top 7, Brian Badley pitching. Bubba Trammell. Are you old school? 3-run job, 12th of the year, 5 RBI night. Trammell said afterward, we're just playing for ourselves. Devil Rays win at 8-4. Trammell's 5 RBI night allowed Terrell Wade to win his first big league appearance since June of. Well, they were on. Takes Julio Santana deep to left center off the green Munster. Garcia Parra, Troy O'Leary score. Bragg in with his 28th double of the year. He's got 55 RBI. Bottom 3, Bo Sox up 3-zip, 2 on. Mo Vaughn representing to first. Ball bounces off Fred McGriff. 2-run score, but Miguel Cairo guns Vaughn out at second. Vaughn has a season-high 11-game hitting streak, but take one more look. Vaughn's grounder comes up and smacks McGriff right in the side of the face. If he's a baseball player, he'd be okay. Bottom 5, Sox up 8-2, 2 on Mike Duvall making his first big league appearance. Gets Mike Benjamin to pop up. Cairo, see what had happened. Cannot make the catch. 2-run score. Ruled a hit for Mike Benjamin. Bo Sox going to win it 11-2. Pete Shore gets his first win as a Red Sox. He joked, just give me 10 runs and I'll take my chance. Rays Nomar Garcia Parra. Kid has so much game, but he plays it old school. Earlier, his 26th error led to 3 unearned runs. Comes back to drill his 33rd homer. He's got 116 RBI, and he's hitting .320. Top 8, 5-4 Bo Sox. Tom Gordon pitching. Paul Sereno chilling a little too hard. Gordon's 3 Ks and 1 1/3. Said Dennis Eckersley, I know it sounds corny saying where would we be without him, but come on. Top 9, Wade Boggs grounds to Mo Vaughn, who tosses to Gordon covering first. Gordon, 44 saves in 45 chances. Red Sox magic number down to 1. They won.
Says, wait me when the playoffs start. Top 5, Yankees down 2-0. David Wells on the hill. Randy Wynn, you know he can motor. Broch's terrific play. Wells went 5, gave up just a couple of runs. Bottom 6, Bernie battling for the batting title. And then on the corners, almost takes Wilson Alvarez's head off. Chuck Knobloch would score 95 RBIs for Bernie. Yankees down 2-1. Same inning, bases are juiced for Shane Spencer. And it's not the size of the stick. It's all about finding the sweet spot, and Spencer is doing that regularly. His second grand slam in a week. Yankees go up 5-2. David Cohn says, what's with this guy? How about 11 hits, 5 homers, 15 RBIs in his last 17 at-bats? Top of the 9th, and Jeff Nelson would finish things off by blowing away Randy Wynn. And the Yankees win it by a count of 5-2. Now, Spencer
ever in an AL season. Taking on the Devil Rays, bottom of the first, Derek Jeter ripping one down the left field line. Jeter 2 for 4, the first Yankees shortstop since Phil Rizzuto to get 200 hits in a season. 2 batters later, it's Bernie Williams slapping one to left, bringing home Jeter. Williams 2 for 2 with 2 walks on the day. Yankees take a 1-0 lead. Top of the 9, 6-1 Yankees, 2 outs. Mariano Rivera in there. Not a save situation, but he does get Aaron Ledesma to end the game. And that's number 112 for the Yankees. Winning this one 6-1 and improving to 112-48 on the
last of the chases begins. Joe DiMaggio honored at Yankee Stadium before another Joe DiMaggio day, while meanwhile at Fenway, bottom of the first inning, Mo Vaughn against Mike Mussina. Vaughn grounds out to Rafi Palmeiro, his average slipping to .3350. Vaughn's next at bat, top of the 3rd with the Sox up 2-0. Vaughn hits his 40th homer of the season. Only Jimmy Fox and Carl Yastrzemski have done that twice in a Sox uniform, and now Mo has too. He's now hitting .336.1. Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 2nd. Bernie Williams, base hit to right field. That cranks his average up to .337.3. Williams next at bat, bottom of the 3rd. He hits the sac fly to center, so that means nothing to his batting average. Still at a touch over .337. Now we go back to Fenway. Bottom of the 5th, Mo Vaughn's 3rd at bat. Wraps one by Palmeiro and into right field. He's got his average up to .337.2. Just 1/1000th of a point behind. Back to Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 5th. Bernie in his 3rd at bat. The base hit off Esteban Yan. He's up to .338.7. 3 batters later, bases loaded for Shane Spencer, who's not involved in this race, but is doing his own thing. His 3rd grand slam in 9 days, his 10th homer of the season. Yanks lead this game 7-1. But back to Fenway for this batting chase, please. Bottom of the 7th, Mo Vaughn needs a hit. strikes out swinging against Arthur Rhodes. He would be pulled for a defensive replacement and end the season at 337. Back to Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 6th. Bernie, knowing that Mo is sitting, is pulled for a pinch hitter. He ends the season at 339 rounded up. Bernie Williams winning the batting title. Mo Vaughn finishing second. Bernie, of course, the first